Awesome. So today, you guys, our topic is about marketing. Once you launch a business or once you decide to have your own business, you have to know how to market. If you don't know how to market, there's no money to be made. And this is one of the things that I've noticed. So many people get in a rush. They get in a rush. The moment that they purchase, they get in a rush and they try to rush through things. You guys, you can't rush through success. You can't rush through learning skills. You can't rush through learning knowledge, right? And so, what I'm noticing is when so many people rush through it, it creates friction. And then you get to the point of, see, I knew it wasn't going to work for me. And so what happens to a lot of people is the moment you purchase, they feel entitled to success, right? Like, hey, you're entitled to have a customer because you made a purchase. The purchase is something you need to pat yourself on the back and be very proud of, right? Because you made that purchase, right? But that's when the work begins, right? So when I launched my business in September of 2022, I knew that's where it began. I knew I didn't want to stay in the same place. And I knew I needed to master the 2-hour workday. I knew I needed to master understanding. I needed to master understanding how to attract customers. I needed to master figuring out how to build an email list. I need to master that, right? And so I see way too many people when it comes to the marketing side of their business. I see way too many people expecting because you made a purchase. So you expect somebody to buy from you, or you need a customer. You need this, right? And you have the wrong expectations. And it's all about you mastering things, right? And so one of the things that helped me, okay, and I hope this can help you, because I can tell you these strategies I'm sharing with you today is why I become a self-made millionaire by following this process, right? Because I didn't allow expectations. I didn't allow distractions. One of the biggest distractions I see is that shiny object. You guys, what happens is if you're building a business, you'll get to a point where it becomes hard. That hard is where you need to grow in leadership. That's just your body saying that's where you got to grow because you've hit those skills you have. Now, unfortunately, too many people in the world, when they hit the hard, instead of that's just growth, because that growth at the next level is a lot of money. A lot of money. But too many people won't go to that growth. So they just go to the next best thing and they start back down here again, which is easy. And then when they get back up here, it's hard and they go to the next best thing. I see way too many, I call it jumpers, and they never have success. One of the best things that I've ever done is I literally just stuck to this because I learned if I can't even master this, that a lot of people are having success with, if I can't master this, how could I master something else? So I want you to really be comfortable with that word. I want to master this, right? And so one of the things I did is I understand the only way we can attract customers to us is if we understand who our perfect customer is. And if I create content that would stop the scroll of my perfect customer. Okay. But I would catch myself getting distracted. That's why this 2-hour workday is so vital to your success. It's not 2 hours and then you're done. It's 2 hours of income earning activity. So I'm going to break that down for you, right? If you're brand new or not brand new, I'm going to break it down because I want to help you simplify this. I want to help you make the main thing the main thing. So what I noticed, one of the biggest mistakes I was doing is when I would go and create a video on TikTok. And you know why the video was uploading? What I would do is I would be on the For You page. And then I noticed 20 minutes went by. I was like, oh, that's a time sucker. You think about it. If you create 3 videos a day and you get scrolling on social media for 20 minutes after each video, that's 1 hour I've lost. And I've lost bandwidth, right? I've lost bandwidth because I've made decisions or I depleted some of my peak performance energy I had. And so that's why it was so important to me. How can I be at my peak performance with creating content for 2 hours a day? That's all it is, right? And so that 2 hours doesn't include you learning, you scrolling, you inside the community. That is 2 hours of priority focused time attracting customers to you. See, now I love that because I was like, oh, I got to do that. I can do that in 2 hours. I have 22 hours in my life to do the things that I love, right? So that's what I want to help you with today. How do you get laser focused with that 2 hours? And then what do you do with your program? Do you go through all of it? Do you go through some of it? Where do you go? Okay, I want to cover that with you. I'm going to help you get through this today. Now, here's something else that is so important to your success or to your failure or to you quitting. And that's this. You can't be bouncing around. When you're brand new, you got to follow it step by step. 100%. It's not no 80-20. It's not no 90-10. It's not no 70-30. It's literally 100% of the people that have made a comment in the community or have emailed us that they're struggling or overwhelmed. 100% of them are bouncing around on their program and haven't even completed the videos in the setup step by step. Success leaves clues, right? There's 32,800 people in this community. If a video or a process wasn't working, we would have pivoted, my friends. So that is your reassurance. What you have 1000% works. If it's not working for you, you got to go look in a mirror and figure out why it's not working for you. What can you do different? See, and so here's something else on that note. That's the most empowering part that I loved about it, to be honest with you. Okay, was I could look in the mirror and be like, okay, your success is going to be 100% determined on you. That's why I love making 100% profit. That's what got me so excited, right? Because before, when I was trying to do like network marketing, right, on average, you get about 25% profit. So that means I would work really, really hard in my day and I'd put 25% in my pocket, but I'd put 75% in somebody else's pocket, right? I made the company a lot of money, not my family a lot of money. So I love this process. I love the way that I can make 100% of the profit. Now, with that being said, when I realized I made 100% of the profit, that means all the responsibility was on me. So you have to realize something. When you commit to a process like this, a program like this, 100% of the responsibility is on you, right? So with that being said, I have a question to ask you, because I see a lot of people complain about, well, my mentor doesn't help me. So I have a question and I want you guys to fill the chats with this. What do you need a mentor to do for you to help you get to where you want to go? I want you to put in the chat. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. People, I know some of you feel like you need a mentor, right? One of the biggest emails, guidance. Okay. One thing I would say is, I'm trying to keep up. I would say is someone to look at my content. Okay. So you realize the moment you want somebody else to look at your content, you are needing reassurance. So you are never creating content that will just stop that scroll of your perfect customer, because there's a lack in confidence because you're needing reassurance on the other side. Because here's the thing. Nobody knows who your perfect customer is but you. So having somebody else to look at your content, they can be, oh, your content's good. But if they don't know the in-depth of your vision for your perfect customer, they can't critique your content. Only you can. Only you can make your content better. Because you can have somebody else critique it, And then they might tell you, oh, well, it's good, this and this and this. But what if that is not the truth? But they don't know. They're just doing as best as they can. So be careful with that. I never, ever wanted anybody to look at my content. All I cared about was getting better every day. I put the focus on my customer, not my content. I'm going to repeat that. I put the focus on my customer, not my content. When you're worried about somebody else looking at your content to make your content better, that's why it's not working, because you're not worried about your customer and becoming better for your customer. See, when you need reassurance for your content, you aren't creating for your customer, you're creating to get your content better. When the focus goes 100% on your perfect customer, everything changes. When you decide to make 100% profit, you are becoming your own boss, right? You are stepping up to that plate. And so needing acceptance, needing reassurance, needing validation, those three things will hold you back. I'm having a real marketing conversation with you, because what happens is when you need those three things, you're in your head, my friend. You're not in your heart. And until you decide to be heart-centered with your content, you will struggle. It's not your content. You have a heart problem, not a content problem. And the moment you guys realize that, and you all have done it, you have conversations every single day that you're not in your head, you're in your heart. And I guarantee you've had conversations where in your head. Have you ever got in a fight with your significant other, or at one time a boyfriend or girlfriend, and you guys got in a fight? You were so mad. You were so mad. And then 2 days later, you're like, why was I so mad? I don't even remember the fight. Right? Because you're in your head. You're in your head at that time. And you were making things up that you took a mountain and you made it a molehill. Right? But the moment you got back in your heart, you got back to real life, you forget about it. Right? We've all had those moments. So funny. My one daughter gets very reactive like that, and I just laugh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I laugh and I'm like, you're never going to forget this in 10 days. This is awesome. And now she's not reactive as much anymore, right? She's like, stop saying that. I'm like, write it on your calendar. You're not going to remember it in 10 days. Cause she's a teenager. She'll get drama and all that with her friends. I'm like, you guys are even going to remember this in 10 days or 2 days. And I'll remind them of it. And they're like, I don't know, Mom. And I'm like, And I'm trying to get them out of their head and in their heart, right? It's out when they're young, boy, they will not go through all this stuff they have to go through, by the way, and adults too, right? It's truly, with adults as well. And I know that so people say, Michelle, I don't understand what you mean by that. What do you mean get out of your head? Okay. I want you to think about this. And I love to use this example. We all have people in our life that we just enjoy being around. Imagine if they text you right now and said, hey, let's go meet for coffee. You're going to walk in that coffee shop excited to see them. You're going to walk up and you're going to start having a conversation. You're never going to be in your head and you're never going to overthink it. You're not going to walk in. You're not going to be like, oh gosh, I hope the lighting is right in this coffee shop. I hope I look good in the lighting. Oh gosh, how does my hair look? Oh, I hope I'm dressed okay. Oh gosh, I hope I'm going to know what to say when I walk up there. You're never going to feel like that. Or you're never going to walk up and start talking to them and be like, time out. I need to rewind. Because you're not in your head. You're in your heart. So you do it every day. I'm sure you don't go to work and you don't worry about all those things and ever say time out. You don't ever say time out. I need to start over again, right? And so I'm just telling you guys, it's natural for you to have conversations from your heart every single day. For some odd reason, we want to get interesting or we want to change when we create content. So that was my biggest point. I just want to share with you. I love what Dean says. Just work on every day getting 1% better than you were the day before. In 100 days, you're 100% better, my friend. But when you are looking, and it's just a growth thing, right? It's just a growth, and you can overcome all of this, right? You got to have that growth mindset. You can't expect just because you made a purchase, the money is going to come. Now, somebody had just said to me or said about guidance. This is why this program is live and interactive. This is why you have a step-by-step system inside your program. You have all of the guidance you need. Because here's one thing I've noticed. Many of you expect more from the person you bought from than you do your own self. I'm going to repeat that. You expect more from the person you bought from or from community or tech support than you do yourself. Like you're not willing to go through the videos, but you expect somebody to drop everything for you. See, if that is your mentality, this probably isn't the right community and program for you. You need to go back to become an affiliate marketer or network marketing where you only make a small percent and you make the company all the money. Because then they'll hold your hand. See, this is where I want you to get power. The fact that you make 100% profit. Isn't it awesome that all of your efforts every day can go into your family's pocket? Let me give you guys an aha moment, okay? You guys realize this e-learning industry that you're in right now, it's the digital goods that you're in right now where people are buying digital. This e-learning industry in 2019 did $950 million for 1 year. In 2023, it did $1 billion a day. This year, it's doing $1.2 billion a day. It's projected to be a $3 billion a day industry. Do you realize how much money you can make in this industry? There will be tens of thousands of people in this industry become self-made millionaires. Now, here's where it gets really good, because you can become one of them. No, I'm not giving you an income claim. That would be like me saying, hey, if you go to the gym, you're going to get abs. I can't say that, but I can say, if you go to the gym and you actually do what they say, you can get results. If you follow our program and actually do what we mentor and say, you can get results. Let me give you an example. Do you guys realize one customer is 900 a day? There's 5 billion people on social media. All you need is one to buy from you out of 5 billion. That's awesome. Like, I still like that every day is like a dream. I'm like, are you kidding me? We have 5 billion people that we can be exposed to for free. Okay. For absolutely for free. So 5 billion people. All you need is one a day. If you get one customer a day on the Legacy Builder program, that's 900 a day, which is 6,300 a week, which is 328,000 a year. So let's say the rest of 2024, let's say you smash 10K this month, you smash 10K in September, 10K in October, 10K in November, 10K in December. Okay. Because I want you to raise your standards and accept nothing less than 10K. And I want you to rewire your brain. And that's what I want to help you with. Create patterns and routines and get that growth mindset that you will do that. Okay. So that's the goal. Yes, that would be 50K. I know. How awesome is that, right? But I want you to really work on that, right? Because you will start receiving what you believe in. Okay. So I want you to work on that. But here's the cool part. What if you did that and you created momentum going into 2025? And by 2025, you got one customer a day, which is 900 a day. And you made $328,000 in 2025. In 2026, you got one customer a day, which is $328,000. In 2027, you got one customer a day. Do you guys realize the end of 2027, you're a self-made millionaire? Is it not worth learning? It's not going to happen, though, if you expect more from somebody else than you do yourself. It's not going to happen if you're bouncing around. So I want to give you the strategies right now, okay, to help you, because I want this month to be your best month. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, can I get out of this? Okay, is I want to show you some really cool stuff. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Now, first of all, One of the very first things that you should do, and one of the very first things that you should direct your customers to, right, is in the classroom, is going to the Getting Started training. You guys should watch this. I would say probably 60% of the questions asked can be answered by watching this Getting Started training. Let me show you something that is really crazy to me. Watch this. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's not what I meant to do. Here we go. Okay. Do you guys realize we have 32,800 people in our community and only 3,300 have watched this? So that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You want success, but you're not even willing to watch the Getting Started training, but you expect your mentors to be there. So you're expecting more from other people than you are yourself. I'm here today to set you up for success. I'm here today to help you realize, wow, I can truly have 10K, but I'm also here to help you realize why it's not happening. That's a great example. 32,800 people, and that video has only been watched 3,300 times. That is wild. And somebody goes, and I've watched it twice. Exactly. So, yes, those numbers are always revealing. Exactly, Anthony. And that's why if I see somebody in the community complain, I literally will just copy and paste in their name. And I'm like, they haven't even gone through their program. They've not even completed the setup. I asked Michelle the other day, Michelle S., the one that does tech, and I said, you know, you do tech calls every week. What do you feel the biggest hang up is? She goes, they're not going through the videos. They're not watching the videos. They will get on and ask questions and they didn't even watch the video. So here's my question for you guys. Why would you purchase a program and not watch the videos? I'm curious. Anybody want to give me feedback on that? Why would you purchase a program? Because people are lazy. Or they try not to go step by step. Yeah. Michelle is a patient queen. Yes. Yes. Setting false expectations. Yes. Yes. And I think a lot of it has to do with, I love all this feedback. Look at this, you guys. Yes. I think a lot of it also has to do with, we live in a microwave society, right? It's quite interesting to me because it took you how many years, how many months to be unsatisfied and unfulfilled with your bank account or your life, right? So I didn't expect it to change overnight. I didn't have those expectations that overnight I was going to create miracles in my life. I knew I had to learn these skills. I knew I had to get better. Right. And so I didn't have expectations, but I think one of the biggest problems we have, you guys, is we think because we made a purchase that we're entitled. And we don't realize, oh, well, we gotta learn skills. We gotta take the time to learn. We always gotta be pivoting and shifting. You guys, we're not talking this community to help you just, make $5 or even 5,000. We can show you step by step how to change your life. Like completely change your life, completely transform your life. Like you literally have the vehicle to get you out of debt. You have the vehicle to change your zip code. You have the vehicle to buy your dream car. You have the vehicle to pay for your kids' college. You have the vehicle to move if you want, to travel if you want, to quit your job if you want, get out of that part-time job. You have the vehicle to never take a calculator to the grocery store. You have the vehicle to never have to look at your bank account to make a decision. But are you willing to learn these skills? Right? And if you don't understand, why wouldn't you go to the program to learn it? That's why you purchase, to get the program. It's so important. Like it's one of the most important things you can do is actually go through the program. So that's what I want to do now is, first of all, like it just blows my mind, the amount of people that haven't gone through, the Getting Started training, right? And you guys realize we have a 90-day success sprint going on where I am literally walking you through how to master the 2-hour income earning day how to apply proven strategies, and how to multiply your income. I literally have been covering ChatGPT. If any of you have gone through the ChatGPT training I've been doing, and can you put in the comments what you think of that training? Did it help you any? You loved it? Awesome. It's a game changer. Fantastic, amazing, awesome, good. Look at the feedback. Now watch this. Okay, watch this. So how many people do we have in our community? Right, 32,000, right? Okay, how do I check this? Oh gosh. I don't ever look at it this way. I'll figure it out. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to open it in, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm just want to show you. I just want to give you guys a phenomenal example what I mean. Oh, does it not let me? Okay, well, we're just going to do it this way. How's this, guys? We're going to do it from the back end. Here we go. Okay, I just had to do it that way. Okay, watch this. Okay, I just want to show you guys something. This is what I mean. So there's 32,000 people in our community, right? Again, you guys, success leaves clues. I'm telling you, success leaves clues, right? So we've only had a total of 12,844 views. So not even half the people are plugging in to a system that is there to show you how to master the 2-hour workday, how to apply proven strategies, and then how to multiply your income. Right? Let's go here. Let's just grab because day 16 was 100K in your bank account. Okay. Let me see. I'm just gonna have to do, I don't know why it's not, I'm gonna have to do it this way. There's probably an easier way, but I am not tech savvy, so I just do it I use the easy button. So this one only 4,200. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. Like, I'm telling you, the reason why you see some people having massive success and you see some not is they're not plugging in. You don't have a content problem. You are not coachable. And so what happens is when you don't believe, you pull back. And until you believe, you're not going to plug in and you're never going to receive. Success leaves clues. Right? Success leaves clues. And our calendar, we have so much going on to equip you for success, right? We have a free webinar tonight. We have tech calls for support with tech. By the way, Monday is going to be a different time on Monday. Victoria is going to come in. You guys, she made 400,000 in 12 months and she sold some stuff. No, she babysat and cleaned houses to be able to purchase. And in 12 months, she's going to come and train you. Okay. There's a bunch of amazing training coming up. You literally are equipped. And Jessica is doing training this month as well. I'm pumped about that. So there's just so much that you guys have to help you be successful. Okay. Here's something else I'm going to show you inside the community. You guys realize you have social media training. You have amazing social media. You have Allison's Facebook training. You have Christine's LinkedIn training. I mean, you have how to warm up your audience. If you're struggling attracting customers to you, I show you exactly how to warm up your audience. Okay, you have amazing social media training by Amy, and yep, she'll be back again several times this month. I mean, you guys have everything you need. Now, somebody asked me, why is this in here? Okay, why is this content vault in the community and why isn't it in the program? The reason why is because that training is typically for just the digital mastery and the legacy builder program, but I gave it to everybody. So I put it in the community. So the Launchpad customers and the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint customers can have access to it as well. So that's why. Because when you see training that goes inside the community, you realize you didn't pay for that. That is just people with pure heart pouring into you. It literally is that. Okay. pure heart of people pouring into you. And we're just giving you guys access to that. So that's why we have a little bit of both. This is just additional free trainings and stuff that you get, but everything you need is in here, right? Like there's extra training inside the content vault, you guys. We give you, there is a year's worth of hooks for you to use. You have a whole testimonial area, right? Let me show you this. We have mindset training. Literally, this is actually my favorite right here. Equipping you for success. You guys, I have listened to it, I know at least 22 times. No, 23. I listened to it this week again. It is so good. I mean, I'm talking, and I learned something new every time, 22 times. I guarantee it, there's many of you that have not even listened to one training of personal development one time. I'm still in the amazing growth mindset training. This is huge. They're all in here. Flip it. That was a really good one as well. It's just all in here. We give you everything you need, and I'm gonna explain to you how you're gonna know what you need. Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about today. 6 figures in 6 months. You guys, have you gone through here and listened? Like, you have Allison's journey to 6 figures in 6 months. You have Amy's. You have Cecilia. I mean, you have Laura St. John's, the 5 blocks from getting sales. This is so good. If you're struggling getting sales, you have another one of Cecilia's journey to her 6 figures, victorious. I mean, you guys literally, if you're looking to make 6 figures in 6 months, you have that training, right? And the webinars, you guys, it's all right here. Look, after, like, this was last week's webinar. After the webinar, you guys, the replay is connected to it. I can promise you everything that you need. You just got to be willing to want to know where it's at, right? It's all right here. You guys have the most amazing training. Now let's go inside your program. Okay. Okay. This is where I see the people that struggle. Like, if they're like struggling with setup or struggling with something, they're skipping. Like, they'll skip through a bunch of these, right? They're not watch them all and they'll skip through it. You guys, we've had people go through these trainings that have zero experience in this industry, and we're able to follow them and make it through. Okay. Now, many of them had to watch a video more than once. Here's what I recommend. If you're brand new, this is what I recommend. Actually start here and literally watch all of them. They're super short, by the way. Okay. They're super short. Okay. Watch all of them, then go back and implement. Do not move on to the next step until you've achieved that step. Okay. And then one of the biggest questions they get on tech is, what do I do next? You guys, after you got your automated sales process set up, next is you got to start creating your empire. You need to watch this training. Then you need to do the 7-step framework to success. Now, what I recommend while you're going through this is you need to do this. Okay, right here. Lesson, launch to profit in 7 days. You guys, first of all, you guys realize it's only 29 minutes long. Okay, all these trainings are super short. Look, passive income, 4 minutes and 54 seconds. The community, that one's a little bit longer because we give a little detail. 14 minutes. Resale rights, 5 minutes. Winning mindset, 8 minutes. The 2-hour workday, minutes. Right? They're super easy. You guys will scroll on social media longer than these trainings are, right? So here's what I recommend. I want to give you guys this. We have a gal in our community, and if you're on here tonight, let me know. Put in the chat. She has gone through this 4 times. She goes, Michelle, I just want to get really, really good with what you teach us to do in the Launch to Profit. She just goes through it, and she goes, I went through it again the next week, and she goes, I felt better. I went through it again. I got more confident. I went through it again. She goes, I just did that because I teach you how to market. This Launch to Profit in 7 days is teaching you how to market, my friends. Anyway, she's got 4 customers in her 4 weeks. She's made $3,600. She goes, I've made $3,600 while I'm learning. That's what I love about this. This is a learning and earning process. Now, here's what I recommend. This is how I'm going to help simplify all of this for you guys. So the moment you go through the Launch to Profit, You got to take your temperature. You'll know what you need, my friend. So here's what I mean. Okay. Here's what I mean. Okay, I need to grow a following on social media. Then there's your grow a following on social media training. Okay. Man, I need help understanding who my perfect customer is. There's your finding your ideal customer. That's the training you need to go through. If you've already figured out who your perfect customer is, then you wouldn't need that training. Maybe you are struggling on storytelling. You're not able to incorporate storytelling. Maybe that's one of your weaknesses. Then this is a training you need to go through. But if you're good with storytelling, you don't need to go through that. Maybe you want to build a really strong brand identity. Then you go through that. If that's not important to you right now, then you don't need to go through it. Okay. The discovery method, how to attract customers. You pick, you decide what you need to go through. That's up to you. Right? You don't need to go through all of this. Like if you do not know how to build an email list, don't go through build a recurring income stream. That don't make any sense. That's like trying to eat an apple in one bite. A lot of you are getting into the information overload. Let me tell you what I would do if I was brand new. I would tell you exactly what I would do. I would go through the Launch to Profit training. I would do that a few times. Okay. Then I would literally go back and I would go to the exclusive bonuses. And I would go through the 30-day strategy growth plan. You guys, I give you, and it's a 13-minute video. I walk you through it, but I give you a download of a plan for what to do for 30 days. And I would go through this. Why you are going through this and implementing it, you'll know where you need to focus on. You might need to focus on I need to discover my perfect customer training. You might need to focus on, I need to storytelling. You'll know where you need to go. And that's what you do. Don't overwhelm yourself. But that's all I would focus on. Those two right there. Launch to Profit in 7 days. And then I would go right here to the 30-day growth strategy and I would go through it. Okay, I would go through it. I'm baffled how many people ask where this is located. I'm like, wow. So they're not even clicking to see what they got, what they paid for. They're not even clicking and seeing those extra bonuses that they have. Success leaves clues. I can tell you where everything's at because I wanted to know, because when I'm talking to a customer, I wanted to be able to have confidence in sharing it with them. It's really important, you guys. So what happens is, oh my gosh, we have so much great information. We literally have so much great information. We have literally every single thing you need. We have everything you need right now inside our Legacy Builder program to get you to 6 figures, to get you to 7 figures, everything. You wouldn't need anymore. You just would need to learn to master those. So what happens is so many people get into information overload. They think if they learn more, it will be easier. You know what will be easier? When you take action. It's no different than riding a bike, right? What do you think? How do you think you're going to learn to ride a bike faster? By getting on the bike or by reading books and watching YouTube videos how to ride a bike? You got to get on the bike. It's easy to get excited about the next best thing. It's easy, by the way, literally everybody that got excited about the next best thing and started promoting something else, their main income dipped. I see it. Okay, so be careful. Just be careful. You went to the next best thing because that's your comfort zone. But the reality is, if your main thing, if you would have pushed through that leadership, you would have exploded and probably 10x your income the very next 30 days. So watch your patterns. Okay, watch them. Success leaves clues. Look at your patterns. When you get stuck on something, that's what you need to push through. It's not grabbing the next thing to sell because it's easy. I literally had a gal say that to me. Well, it was easier because it was cheaper. I'm like, okay, so did you make more money? No. She goes, I made a lot less. I'm like, yeah, because you focus on something that was what, $100, $200 instead of focusing on something that was 900. But that was easy. See, mindset matters. This is that the growth mindset you really got to work on. I work on that more every day than anything else. Every morning when I'm getting ready, my phone is on and it leans. It leans on my counter in the bathroom, and I'm doing some type of growth training. Because I know for me to get to my next level, I have to grow. Same thing with you guys. It's huge. It's huge. But learning and learning and learning and not implementing, right? Okay, so I want to really break it down for you. Then I'm going to open up for questions. Okay. But our questions are going to be on topic. Okay. So let me show you this. I'm going to grab my handy dandy little iPad here. Okay. So you guys, no matter what picture you use, I think Michelle actually added this because the way she redid it, it looks really cool. Michelle S, by the way, she did some really cool enhancements to our pages and stuff that are really good. I like the way she redid a bunch of things. We'll be talking about that later because it'd be something you probably want to implement. That's for sure. Okay. So, Belinda, well, I'm glad you're here. Why do you use that page, Michelle? Tim, you're going to crack up. Okay. Why I use this page is because when I went to add the other page, it did something weird at the bottom and I freaked out and I deleted it and I X'd out because it scares me to death. I was like, I'm going to mess it up. And I didn't want to bother Michelle with it. I finally told her that on Monday. She goes, Michelle, let me just go in and change it. Like I finally was like, you know what? I just am afraid I'm going to mess it up. That's how non-tech I am. Like, and it's like, yeah, if it's not broke, don't change it. But the interesting thing is the way Michelle made some edits and she changed this to like orange. It looks really good. She's actually adding this picture back. Anyway, it should be in one of the funnel pages. I know. I'm like, I can't tell Michelle I can't add this page. I've literally been saying this since April, by the way. No, March. It's like, I can't tell her. I finally told her on Monday. Yeah, you should see the look on her face. She's like, I can change it for you. But I'm like, I kind of want to learn, but I'm just afraid. So anyway, that's why, Tim. I'm not tech savvy either. I know, me either. So I know I like this page too. I like it how Michelle has it though, because she has this like orange and it looks really, really good. It's better than mine, by the way. Anyway, this is all you guys market. I want to help simplify this business for you right now because I can promise you're making it way too hard. This is it. Can I tell you why this is it? Because this is where this is your freedom machine. Because this is where you're going to collect people's emails. Now, many of you, well, I just want to live in DMs because nobody's giving me their email. They're not giving you their email because they don't trust you enough yet. And your energy spent in DMs, your energy should be spent in making better content with a better connection so they give you your email so you can have your freedom. Okay? So what happens is they put their email in. You guys, on average, inside our community, between this page and this page, 1 out of 20 people are buying on average. Now, I did a call for the Legacy Builder customers, and it was quite interesting because some people were like, they had 1 out of 13 buying, 1 out of 7, 1 out of 11, right? Some people had their numbers way better. So I'm really being like 1 out of 20. So that's what you should focus on. That's it. How do you create better content to get 20 people a day to want to put their email in? But can I explain something to you guys? Do you guys realize the power of this system? When somebody puts their email in here, what are you doing? What are you doing when somebody's watching this video? What are you doing when somebody's watching this video? You're doing the things you love. You don't have to DM anybody. You don't have to get on the phone with anybody. The automated sales process does all of the work for you. You guys realize I've been using this exact system since September of 2022. By the end, it took me, by just focusing on this and getting better with my message to my perfect customer, the end of October of 2022, the end of October of 2022, I've had a predictable daily income. I have not gone one day with at least one customer since the end of October. That's a freedom I want each and every one of you to experience. But the only reason I've been able to experience this because I kept the main thing. I focused on this. I gauged this. I use this as I knew like if my numbers weren't converting, you can go to my old content, by the way. I literally have content of me saying in October of 2022, I'm like 1 out of 17 are buying from me. November of 2022, I'm like 1 out of 13 are buying from me. December of 2022, I was like 1 out of 10. I've literally been taking my audience on this journey since 2022. Okay. Our process works. But I'm telling you, I want everybody to literally experience that type of freedom. And this system, when you focus on it. So when I see people in the community, like, what do I do? Where do I go? Da, 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 da. I'm like, what? Because we have somebody right now trying to get into the community. And you know why she's trying to get in? Because somebody posted the webinar link on Facebook. And she goes, I went to the webinar, I watched it. I want to get started. I'm trying to find it. You know how I'm trying to find it? I'm going through the people that are active on Facebook and trying to find that person's name. So we have a gal just sitting in the community trying to get in because somebody just posted the webinar link. I'm like, why don't we follow a proven system? Like that person could already buy from you. Like she's ready to buy. Right? But somebody just posted the webinar link. This is why you just post this. Because guess what? If you just would have posted this, me too, Doris. I don't use Facebook, so that's why I know it wasn't me. But anyway, if whoever did that posted this, that gal would have put their email in here, and then that invite to the webinar would have come directly from you. And at the very bottom, that PS would have been your link and that person would have bought from you. Everything needs to go through here because this is how it's connected to you, my friend. Don't make it hard. Now, one of the things I've seen, people are like, yeah, but what if they won't give me their email? If they won't give you their email, they're not going to give you their credit card to buy. Just build the gap for them, build the trust. Bridge that gap for them and they'll buy from you. This is all I've ever promoted. But do you guys realize, because this is all I've ever focused on, because all I cared about in September of 2022 was creating freedom for my family. And all I cared about was helping, so funny. Speaking of freedom, look, I just received a $900 payment because of automations. Like you can't make that stuff up. Like it just come in. I'm like, that's so funny. Anyway, that's freedom. I'm hanging out with you guys and my automated system is doing the work. But that's what I wanted back in September of 2022. I'm like, I want to help my community create freedom. Because when you create freedom, everything changes. You have more time. I know so many people that have a lot of money, but no time. I know so many people that have a lot of time and no money. I want you to have freedom all the way around. Like freedom. And this will create the freedom for you. So that's all I cared about. How can I get this converting for me? You guys realize the time and the energy and the hours I have, and now Michelle and I have to make this highly converting? It's created millions and millions and millions of dollars for our community. It works, right? I will share a really great story with you. This is a long time ago, by the way. We had a gentleman, by the way, he's no longer in the community because he's super uncoachable. And he was having success and he gets on one of my webinars. You guys can go watch it. It's literally one of the replay webinars. And he's like, Michelle, my system isn't working anymore. Cause I was getting, leads and customers. And I said, that doesn't make any sense. Things can't just change. Something is broken. This is the empowering you get from the system. So I said to him, and I'm like, when did it stop working? And he goes, ah, da, 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 and he gave a date. I want to say April. So you could probably go to April of 2023 and see this training, by the way. And many of you might have been on it. And I said, well, what's changed? And I said, give me your system. You guys, he changed this to the most cheesiest picture. He put this crazy, I think it was like a bright green background and this really cheesy picture of him holding money. I said, this is why. You changed a proven system. By the way, he changed it back and he started getting leads again. You remember that? I knew some of you guys had to be on there, right? But I'm saying, like, he literally was like, it's not working. Da, da, da. He completely changed it. And it was so funny. I remember asking the community, I was like, you guys, what did you think of? Because I pulled this page up, by the way. I go, what did you guys think of his page? And everybody gave the feedback. And it was awful, you guys. Like, I felt like I was in a sales pitch fest. I mean, there was nothing like emotional about it, right? And so anyway, I'm telling you, like, I created a process that truly works. And it will work for you if you allow it to work for you. And you just got to be consistent. But I want you to understand, when people are going through the system, you're doing the things that you love. So anyway, I'm sharing this with you because so many of you are brand new. I mean, we are growing at record pace right now. It's so mind blowing to me. But that shows how well our system works. Anyway, so you guys get this page, right? You get this automated sales process. And what happens, you guys, if somebody doesn't buy from you, you realize they can unsubscribe from you, right? Okay. But you realize many won't. And they're just in your emails. And it was last year. And I was like, man, I have all these people in my emails. Now, many of you would get discouraged by that. You'd be like, I have all these people in my emails and nobody's buying. See, my mind doesn't think that way, because like this shirt I have on, I know probably 90% of the world would never buy it. So I don't make my decisions off of everybody. I make my decisions, do you see where I'm coming from? Not everybody's going to buy from you. I'm trying to get at. So my mind was like, I can't believe this. These people haven't bought my main thing, but they like me enough and trust me enough. They're still in my email list. I'm going to repeat that because this is so vital to help you guys get to the 6-figure. I was like, wow, they didn't buy my main thing, but they like me enough. They're still hanging out in my email. Okay. So they just don't feel safe enough yet with their decision. They don't see it working for them. I'm giving you guys a hot tip. I teach my legacy builders, by the way. So what I started doing is I started, well, that's when we started adding the webinars every week, right? Which we do the webinars every week. Okay. By the way, if you're South Africa, we're going to be doing the next webinar Tuesday at 12 p.m. That will cover that time zone. Okay. I try to do my best to try to grab as many time zones as I can. Okay. So that's why we added the webinars. Right? Because we're like, okay, they're in our emails. Why don't we send them newsletters? Which, by the way, all of this is under the webinar inside your classroom in our community, right? How to send newsletters, everything, how the webinars work. Anyway, and so we started doing weekly webinars. And then all of a sudden it was like more 6-figure income earners were being created. I'm like, wow, it works. People just needed a little bit more, information. So then we kept on doing them. And I was like, yeah, but not everybody's buying, but they're still staying in my emails. So what can I sell them? You guys, that's when I introduced the digital monthly. I was like, I'm going to introduce the digital monthly to people because 100% of the people that are in my email list, they want to make money online. The digital community monthly teaches people how to make an income online, no matter what product, service, or program you have. So I was like, I'm just going to add that to my email list and add the system.io. I created another template for system that I let people have fun with. And then I added repurpose after Candy introduced that. What's the other one I have? I have another one. I don't know. Let me tell you what I don't know. Because I didn't want to add more hours to my schedule. So what I did is my mind was like, look at all these people in your email list and they haven't bought from you yet. So I went to ChatGPT and I told ChatGPT what my main product was. I talked about what the Legacy Builder was and that they've been in my email list for 27 days and they haven't bought my main thing yet. I want to introduce them to Digital Growth Monthly. Maybe they want to start with a $47 investment, get inside the program, start learning these strategies. Because if I can deliver them value for a small price, maybe they'll want to buy my main thing. So I had ChatGPT create me 4 emails. You guys realize those were the templates. So I took what ChatGPT said and I kind of edited them to fit my verbiage and my customer. And I added them, I think it's like day 28, 29, 30, 31 to my email list. Okay, I did that. I added my system stuff. I added repurpose, and there's one other. I don't know. I guess I have so many affiliate incomes coming in. It's insane, by the way. Now I have to look because I haven't touched it for over a year and 3 months, by the way. Why am I telling you guys all of this? Because I have now built a reoccurring income stream between monetized on TikTok, between monetized on YouTube, and between all my other affiliates of over $42,000 a month. That's what I live off of. My daily pay is literally to leave a legacy. I'm telling you, this strategy that you're able to learn here isn't just, let's make some extra bucks. It is to literally change your family's complete life. If you are willing to take the time and follow the strategies I teach you, it is to set you up for success. But you got to be willing to slow down to move fast. Okay, I'm going to repeat what I mean by that. You got to be willing to slow down to move fast. Slow down with going through the training, bite size, implementing it, understanding it. Don't move on if you don't understand something. Okay, and try to figure it out. Build that confidence in you. And I'm going to go back to what I said at the very beginning of this. So many of you expect more from the person you bought from than you do yourself. If you're always going to them for help in mentoring, you're not building your confidence. If you go into the community, if you go into your program and you figure it out and you actually deliver value in the community, you will empower you to another level that you didn't even know existed in you. You know how many emails I get? People are like, I'm so proud of myself. I did it myself. And I'm like, oh, they're going to be good. Because I see the other side way too much. I don't understand. Then they never have success. But they weren't willing to figure it out. They weren't willing to watch a 5-minute video. They weren't willing to do any of that. I'm telling you these strategies. And yeah, what I shared with you about the email, adding the reoccurring, I do teach that in the Legacy Builder program. So if you're a Launchpad or a passive daily pay or a digital mastery, don't let that discourage you. Let that encourage you to upgrade. Okay? Because what I'm going to announce to you for the month of August, if you've not upgraded yet and you're over the 30 days, you have all month to upgrade. No matter if it's been 30 days or 60 days or 90, everybody has the ability to upgrade this month. Okay. I'm giving you guys that ability because I want you guys to reset your business. Okay. So if you guys have customers that haven't upgraded yet, I would get them some emails and let them know that we're opening that up for them this month. All they got to do is pay the difference. I'll explain how you upgrade. All you got to do is pay the difference of the product. And then your $29 website fee, because you'll get a new website. Okay. To upgrade, all you got to do is get back with the person you purchased from. Okay. Just get back with the person and they can upgrade you. They'll send you a link to upgrade. Upgrade. It's worth it. Okay. Now I'm giving you a month. So if you don't have the money to upgrade yet, okay, let's add the yet to everything. Everything negative that comes out of your mind, say yet. I don't have enough views yet. I don't have enough people on my email list yet, right? I want to reprogram your mind. Remember, growth mindset. I want to help you win. Yes, yet. So all you got to do is literally, all you got to do, you guys, is you have a month. So let's say you're a Launchpad. Okay. So if you're a Launchpad customer, you should have a goal by August 31st to get 3 customers. Why 3? 1, to get your business in profit mode, and 2, to upgrade to the Launchpad. Okay. Might just work like that. You have all month. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I've had many people say, hey, I've been over 30 days. Can I upgrade? So yes, the month of August, you guys are going to have that ability. Okay. Yes, I have payment plans on mine for my customers, Tasha. So absolutely, you can add that. Yeah, you guys can do that through, Square or Stripe, whoever you guys use, right? And so anyway, that's what I want you guys to do, because I know where we are going as a community, and I just want you to be part of it. I want you to be able to go all in. I want you to be able to have all 4 income streams. So we're going to work on getting you upgraded. Okay. So that's our goal, to help you do that. Yes, old members can upgrade. Absolutely. Yeah, this is open up for anybody. That's what we're going to do the month of August. I really want people to understand this. I want you to be able to build you an email list that changes your family's life. That literally, I'll share this with you. If you guys were on my live today, you're the first people. I literally just paid cash for a home. Literally, because of all these strategies, because now I have so many income streams. I have freedom. We all drive new cars except for my daughter. We all have 2024 cars except for my daughter, because she don't know if she wants a pickup or a truck. She got a little bit of that country in her. She don't know. So she's still just driving her car she's had. But I've literally just paid cash for literally my dream home on a beach, on a lake. I live in Kansas. We don't have an ocean, unfortunately, and I'm telling you, paid cash. That is a level of freedom I just want you guys all to experience. We have all brand new cars. Now I live in my dream home. Well, I'm not living it yet. We don't close on it till the 22nd, and it's cash. I literally will live completely debt free. My only expenses are going to be my insurance on my house, my insurance on my car payment. No, I mean my phone bill, and then the bills to live at my house. So I can live under $1,000 a month. That's the freedom I want you guys to experience. And if you learn these strategies, you learn how to build an email list, you learn how to market this, this is what builds your brand. This is what builds your brand. You guys want to see the house? I think I have it pulled up here. This is it. This is it. Live on a lake, have a boat dock. We have everything. This is what I've always dreamed of. And it kind of, yeah, I know, it is so gorgeous. It is. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So the journey will begin on the 22nd. I got painters coming in on the 23rd, and we're doing a lot. We're painting the house white, black doors. It's all going to be completely changed. So, and it's all cash, by the way. This is what I want for you. There is nothing I'm doing that you can't do. When I launched my business September of 2022, I'm such an introvert. I was terrified to do videos. I was terrified to go to TikTok. I thought I was too old. Only thing I knew about TikTok is I watched my daughter and my granddaughter dance to videos on TikTok. I thought it was a dancing platform. I didn't think I could have success. I had a limiting belief, but I had to look in the mirror and be like, listen, put your big girl pants on. You're making 100% profit. You are officially your own boss. Yes, it was terrifying, but it was also so empowering. And because I grabbed a hold of mastering, remember we talked about the mastering these strategies, mastering. I literally didn't set myself up for failure. I had a goal of making 54,000 my first year, ended up making 152,000 in 6 months, turned into my first million in 17 months. And the second million's coming in so much quicker because my email list is bigger. And that's what I want to teach you. I want you to shock yourself and be proud. I want to help you. Like, I've raised the standards for my children, right? Now they watched mom literally buy a 5,400 square feet home cash. They were there. They watched it. My son actually found it, by the way. Crazy story. But anyway, that's for another time. Anyway, I'm telling you guys, like, That's what I'm doing. I'm wanting to raise. I don't want my children to think they have to get in debt to have nice things. I want them to realize that they can literally launch their own business and have everything that they want. Okay. And I just want that for you. I will succeed at this. Say that, not I want to. I will. See, that was me. I burned the boat. See, and then I'm going to open up for questions. This is a lot of people's problem. You have a plan A. So you're in the boat, but you got your toes dipped in the water. You're deciding if you want to jump in. Oh, I burned the boat. I was on an island. I couldn't go back. The moment you make the decision, and the best way to make that decision is you have to have vision. Okay. I want you to write that down. I will create a vision. I created a vision for what I wanted my dream life to look like. I want you to take the time. It's the beginning of the month. I want you to lay a concrete foundation, set some concrete goals. So, concrete don't go away. You got to follow through. Okay. And so I created a vision, but I created 2 visions. This is huge, what I'm going to share with you. The reason why I created 2, I created the vision for my life that I wanted how to live with my family, but I created the vision I wanted for my perfect customer. You know why I did that? Because I've let myself down before. Okay. I've let myself down before. Has anybody ever let themselves down before? Didn't follow through with something you said you were going to do? So I knew it would be easy. But when I decided to show up for other people, I do not let people down. I think a lot of you learned that about me in April when I was sick and still building this. And I remember Tim yelling at me one time going, get off the Zoom, because I didn't have a voice, but I won't let you guys down. And I love that I found Michelle S. because she won't let you guys down. Like, we are building a solid business for you. I could live great off of my reoccurring income and never do legacy builder, right? I do it for you because I will create 1,000 6-figure income earners. I will create 1,000 millionaires. I will. We are not slowing down until it happens. So I had to create the vision for you guys. So that's what I'm recommended you do, is create the vision for you, your family, your dream life, but the vision for your customers. Like, I love the fact, like, I love creating a piece of content, and I think about my perfect customer and how they don't have to take that calculator to the grocery store again, or one of my perfect customers, and the husband was able to go to work and quit his second job, and he quits that job and he gets in his car, and he's in his car and he's so excited because he's like, I literally just get 20 hours more with my family a week. I think about that. I think about the couple that can't retire, that are able to actually retire early. I think about that every day when I go to create content. I think about who is my perfect customer today that's going to discover this, and I get to watch them create their dream life, and I get to celebrate that journey with them. The moment you show up for that, guess what? You don't care about how many views you get. You don't care about how many subscribers you get, because you're too focused on the main thing, which is connection, because connection equals currency. Because the moment you create content that will connect, guess what? It will drive traffic back to your automated system, and people will buy from you. Focus more on that. So your vision for you, vision for your perfect customer. Then you got to create that concrete goal. If you are the type of person that creates a goal and falls short because you fell short because you backed off, you've created a pattern. Oh, I mean, it feels good to create a goal, but I mean, I never follow through. Then you'll never follow through. Like, it's got to be a non-negotiable. Like, I'm reaching this goal. I'm creating this goal. It's going to happen. So you know how it's going to happen? Because number 4 or 3, 4, 3, 3, yeah, is because we have vision, vision, concrete goal, and growth mindset. When you create that concrete goal and you create this growth mindset, you will become that person you need to be to reach that goal. The person you are now is not the same person you'll be when you reach that goal. And the next is, you got to eliminate old patterns, old routines. You're frustrated. You're confused because of your old patterns. Look at your life. Those are your habits. Break them. break them so you can reach your goals and leave that legacy and be so proud of yourself. The next is community. You got to plug in. You got to engage. It's so important to your success. Every day you should go to the community and you should go to the wins and just go through the wins and be like, if they can do it, I can do it. But don't just say that. Actually engage. Tell them I'm proud of them and say, I can't wait for you to celebrate my success. Say it over and over. Great job. I can't wait for you to celebrate me. Because guess what? The more you say it, the more you're going to believe it. And the more you're going to believe it, the more you're going to receive it. You are blocking you from success. Plug in, put value into the community. Don't expect from it, give to it, and more will come back to you. It's a crazy world we live in. The more you give, the more you get back. But you guys have everything. You literally have everything. And the conversations that Michelle S. and I have of what we're going to keep on implementing and add to even help you more and simplify it, those are weekly Zooms that we have for you guys. For you. Adding more employees, adding more help. Like it's literally every week is all about you guys. But we can't do everything for you. You got to want to be willing to follow it step by step and be willing to have that growth mindset. I'm glad you're pumped. Yes, let's go. Awesome. So now, before I open up for questions, what I want is anybody want to put their goals in the comments, in the chat, what their goal is for August. You know, what is that goal you have for August? 10K for August. Good number, good number. Woo. Ooh, love it, love it. There you guys go. Now, you got to reverse engineer that, right? And that's what I'm going to actually do tonight on tonight's webinar, by the way. And I can't wait. It's going to be a good webinar tonight. So, okay, now we're going to open up for questions. I'm not going to go over, I need help with my perfect customer, you guys, because that's something I can't do in 3 minutes and I will not do you any justice, right? So the only thing I really want to cover today in this is maybe an area you're stuck. Let's find out why you're stuck there or what you need to do to reach your goals. Okay. But like, as for like, I need help finding my perfect customer. You guys, if that's you, you're staying in the weeds. Get out of the weeds. Your perfect customer is just a younger version of you. Why did you purchase? Imagine if you would have had this 5 years ago or 3 years ago. Go to that big pain point, the biggest sore you had in your life. If you would have had this then, you wouldn't have had that. That's who you're talking to, my friend. Yes, 900 a day. Good goal. Yes, good goal. 20K for August, 24 customers. Look at that. You've got it broke down. I love it. I love it. Yes. Yes, that's the biggest part. Create vision for your customers. Okay. Let me undo this and let's get rocking and rolling, you guys. So excited to be here with you. Hopefully you guys have had some aha moments. And I will say one last thing. If anything I've said triggers you, that's where you got to raise your leadership. Because nothing was at you. It was only for you, right? And so I always take that temperature, like with my mentors is that it's like, if something like kind of, I'm like, whoop, there's where my growth needs to be. Okay. So I just want you guys to remember that. Like, growth is so important. We all have to grow. I have a lot of growing to do still. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all have growth, right? Okay. All right. Dr. Nash, you are up first.
Hey, Michelle, your energy is always so amazing. It just pumps me up to listen to you. So I apologize if these are a little off track, but I've had a couple questions for a while and I can't figure out where to ask them. I've tried asking them and got no response. But you kind of got to it when you talked about affiliates, because you're encouraged us in Legacy to have affiliates. And so I have the Digital Growth Monthly and I have added that to my emails. And then I don't know how to ask, like, what's happening with Digital Growth Monthly? How is it going? What are we to expect with it? That kind of thing. And I'll just add on to that. So then I had an idea, well, maybe we have an area of our community that we can ask questions, get, get feedback like on a more consistent basis. Have a, or maybe we have a call that's just like a Q&A call or something like that, that's more general. But I'd love to have an update on Digital Growth Monthly because I really want to promote it, but I wasn't able to get on the call last month because we got changed, and then I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, just get on the meetup. I think the meetup's the end of next week. So I just would get on that because we talked about that at the very beginning of it.
Okay, so does that sound like an idea to have like a Q&A area or
Okay, so one time we actually opened up and just did a Q&A call, and it was a hot mess because nobody had no idea what to ask. And literally every single question, it was Amy and I who did it, and literally every single question that was asked was 100% inside the program. And
Right.
so, that's it. I do hot seats, and I am going to actually do a hot seat again this month. I think we just have some other trainings we need to get added, but I mean.
But if I'm not able to get on the meetup is what I'm saying, then how do I find out?
Okay, I am going to start recording the very beginning.
That's
So
good.
yeah, then I'll put that
Okay.
inside there.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thanks.
All right. Roseanne?
Hi, thank you.
Hello.
Hey, okay, so I'm on day 5 of posting 3 times a day, trying to stay consistent with that. Feeling really good about that. And I went through the training. So I did the Empire, went through the training on, okay, I'm trying to post a webinar, and I have people wanting that. And I have 12 people in my funnel. So I'm thrilled with
wow,
that.
in 5 days?
Right. I'm thrilled with that.
That's
So
amazing.
people are wanting this webinar, and I went through the training to figure out, how to set up the newsletters, which was great. I'm wondering though, I didn't see in the training about, when you schedule like the last minute one, I don't know what time zone that is because it says 7 Central. Well, I'm in Mountain, and it went out at 11 o'clock this morning. So I don't know what time zone that is.
What do you mean, what time zone?
When you schedule it, when you go to schedule the last
Well, it
minute,
will be in your time zone. You got to make sure to go in your settings and system, and it should be in your time zone. Yeah, make sure your settings and system are in your time zone.
And is that
So
in
7 p.m. Central would be 6 p.m. your time.
right? And so it went to Army time, whatever that is. And so I did do that, but I guess if it's under settings, I need to.
Just that you should be in your time zone.
Okay, I'll just go and.
Yeah, just go into settings and
on my computer or in system.
In system.
In system.
Yeah, because system is the one that sends a newsletter. So your time zone in system should be in your time zone. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so those all went out. And then just on this call, I've had 2 more people type in webinar. So I want to send those, and I'm not quite sure how to like individually just pick those 2 that signed up in the funnel to just send those letters to them.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. All you gotta do is just click on their name, and then you can send an individual email.
Because I had that open. I'm like, I've got both of them open, and I don't see how to send an
Yeah, you just copy and paste their email into an email, and then you're gonna send it.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then where I'm stuck, I wanted to start doing ads, and I went through the video like 5 times, and I'm not seeing that, like, my screen doesn't look the same as yours. And maybe it's just me, and I don't know what that is, but like to find the analytics of a certain website, on the website, when you're trying to do an ad and you say how many people are on this, how many people visit this one. It's a similar web. I think that's what it's called, similar web. And I'm not.
Now, similar web is for ads.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Ads. So I tried to, because I'm doing posting 3 times, I'm like, okay, now I want to learn how to do ads. And I went through it 5 times, the training on ads, and it just doesn't look the same. So I don't know and then I got on to get some help in the community, and no one has answered that. I'm not sure what call I need to get on to get some more help on
Well,
that.
I'm gonna redo some of the free ads training, so just wait for that, because that should be probably updated, but yeah,
Okay, and is that going to be done the next, like,
this weekend.
this
Mhm.
week? Oh, okay, I will be patient and just keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you so
Mhm.
much.
Yep. Somebody said Similar Web wants money. Okay, you guys, I've said this like 10,000 times. You get a free trial with Similar Web. Okay. So what I did, I needed Similar Web for 10 minutes. So what I did is I set up my account with Similar Web, and all I did is I found, I think I put in the classifiedads.com. I put it in Similar Web, and it populated, and it showed similar websites. That's why it's called similarweb.com. And then I started clicking on those similar websites, and I found the demographics and stuff I wanted. I copied and pasted them into a docs, and I found 10 websites I liked. I went back up to Similar Web. I went into my settings and I canceled my account. I did it all in 10 minutes. So it is free. Yes. I know it is free because I did it. Exactly. That's exactly how you do it. You just, again, that's the action, just get it done and then move on. So yeah. We have a document with the list. Yeah. Now you guys, that list, you still need to go to Similar Web and find the ones that are good for you. Like that list can have people in other countries, right? I just like Similar Web, and that list could be outdated, right? Because websites change all the time, right? All the time. So just, yeah, I talk about it in the training. Yeah. Yeah, some sites get hacked, some get shut down. Exactly, Jen. So that's why it's so good to check that. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Good question. Okay. To Shay.
Hello,
Hello, how are you?
Phil. How are you?
Good.
Hello, everyone. Just want to say that I'm so happy to be here always because it's a lot of help for me since I've been here. I posted around 12 posts on TikTok, and I'm getting views, 100 to 500 views, and I'm feeling very happy and comfortable now. I'm figuring out which way that I continue. I'm faceless. I'm trying to stay faceless for now, and it's nice, but I'm not rushing to get email or buying or something, but because I'm just launching on the launch pad right now. But my question is, what else I can do to make it better, or to grow my website? What else I have to put or do for my website? I can add other digital products on my website, or just keep it like that. And my other question is,
Wait, let me answer this one first. Right. First of all,
Okay.
just follow the system is how you grow your list, right? Like do that launch to profit and do it over and over until you're confident with it, and then go to the 30-day growth strategy and just follow that. I mean, we try to find shortcuts and there isn't any, right? And so when you see people that are brand new on TikTok and literally have massive success, you guys, they have more confidence in you. So they showed up, right? So you got to build that. You can have just as much confidence. It might take you 3 days. It might take you 3 weeks, right? 3 months, but it will happen. And that's it, right? You don't know their backstory, right? Maybe like me, I had to make it work. So I showed up. I didn't care what anybody thought except for my perfect customer. I never cared how I looked. I didn't care how I sounded. I didn't delete the ums. I didn't care if I had a shadow. I didn't care. I cared about my message to my customer. That's all you focus on. There's no shortcut to that. People buy from people. The internet has educated people that people don't just buy because you posted a piece of content. They buy because they believe in what you said in your content. They buy because they connected with it. They buy because they watched your piece of content and they leaned in and they're like, oh my gosh, where's this been my whole life? I knew I had my message right when I started getting emails like, I just watched your video and I swear you were talking directly to me. I would reply back, I was, you're my perfect customer. I knew when I was getting comments like that, or I just watched your video, you're in my head right now. That's how I feel. I'm like, I got my message right. So guess what I did? I just said that exact same message over and over and over and over again. And so there's literally no shortcut. Like that's it. You just got to get really good with that. People buy from people, right? Just,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my other question is, I just opened my new Instagram account, and should I set it up as professional account or just a personal account?
I mean, I would definitely do professional just because you're talking business, right? Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just for now, I'm just posting some kind of motivational kind of posts for now. I just started, and if I change it now, am I gonna work? Like if I change it to professional, am I gonna?
Yeah, you're
Because
fine.
I'm going, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so happy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so glad you're here. Love it. Yeah, definitely. Awesome. I want to say one thing because somebody made a comment. I can't wait to go live. I need 500 more followers. It's interesting because TikTok's like testing some people's accounts. Like some people can go live at 300, 500, 1,000, right? It's different. I want to share something with you guys. I want to kind of be your hope dealer right now. When I launched my business in September of 2022, I said I would never go live. I was terrified. Like I was like, I will never go live. But I cared about mastering my message, right? If you do something long enough, you'll get good at it, by the way, right? And so I just worked on that. That's all I focused on because I said I would never go live. I still made 7,000 my first month. I made 14,000 my second month. I made 22,000 my third month, and I hadn't gone live yet. But I mastered my message. Lives will help you get more eyeballs, yes. But if you don't understand your message, you're not going to get more eyeballs. And so I don't want you to get discouraged, and I don't want you to rush something, right? Your content can work just as well. So just be careful with that. It's understanding your message. Now, here's the next tip. When you do decide to go live, please do me a favor or do yourself a favor. This is my biggest regret. I wish I would have saved my first live. Gosh, I wish I could go back and look at it because I would see like how far I've come, right? So when you do decide to go live, just save your first live, add it to your phone. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Emmanuel?
Hey, what's up, Michelle? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. Yeah, so like that's my goal is to like really master my message that speaks to my perfect customer. But I guess my question is how can I connect better? Like, do you have any tips or strategies?
Okay, yeah. So if you look back, what is the biggest pain point your perfect customer has?
It's just struggling with debt, trying to take care of two autistic, trying to take care of autistic children and being stressful in the 9 to 5 and just trying to get out of that.
Okay, and so why do they have debt?
They have debt because I don't know, they tried things before and things didn't work out and they pretty much invested in themselves. So,
Okay,
that's
perfect. There you go. So, and that's why I'm asking you because you have to go deeper than are you in debt wanting to get out of debt, right? Because how long have people been in debt and they've not tried before? So to me, what you just said to me is you got to get past the confidence barrier they have. They're lacking in confidence because they've invested in themselves and they're in debt and they're in debt and they invested in themselves. It didn't work. So why would the next one work? So that's that deep layer you go with your audience is you have the conversations. So And if you've experienced that, that's your conversation. You guys, I'm going to get really real with you right now, but I've invested in things before. Matter of fact, I'm in debt because I've invested in things and none of them worked. So you're probably going, well, why are you here right now? Why are you sharing this with me now? And then you share why. What is your favorite thing about this? And you break it down for them, and then you invite them. And that's what I do. So call them
Okay.
out. Mhm. That's
Okay.
it. Just it's go deeper than financial or time freedom, right? One of the things that I said in my content a lot is, you guys, when I started having kids, I said I would never put them in daycare because I never wanted to get that phone call from the daycare provider that said my son walked for the first time. You know how many moms that stung? Like, and they message me and they're like, okay, that hit hard. What are you doing? I need to do it. Right? Because I said, and that was the truth. It's like, I never wanted to get that phone call. And so when I started talking like that, when I first launched my business, I had so many moms reach out to me. Neither do I. How do I do this? I'm done missing moments. I'm done being guilty because I took it deeper than, hey, do you want more time with your family? I took it deeper. So that's all you gotta do. Just add a little bit deeper and you got it.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, somebody had asked on something else. Somebody said TikTok saves your lives. Yes, but only for like 30 days. 30, 60, or 90 days. So it will go away, right? So if you do your live for the first time, you need to go to click clock. You need to go to TikTok and you need to save it to your computer. Okay, you just download it and then just save it. Make sure you save it to your computer because it will go away after a while. Yeah. Okay. So we have NTOMBI. I apologize. How do you say your name? Help me out here.
Hi, Michelle. It's Ntombi.
Nombi. Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from South Africa.
Awesome. Glad you're here.
It's actually in full. It means girl again. So Ntombi, it's a Venek name for girl. So I'm
Okay.
a girl again. Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, thank you. So my question is, with planning out your goals for the month, how do you stick to those goals? And if you I've heard you saying tons and tons of times that you have to set out your goals for your perfect customer. So basically, what an example can you give me to say that an example is this, that these are the goals that you've set for your perfect customer, and how do you stick to those goals yourself?
Okay.
Or how would you?
Well, I didn't set any goals for my perfect customer. I set goals for me, right? And so my first year, I didn't put any pressure on me because I had a lot of limiting beliefs. I had a lot of stinking thinking. So I said I wanted to make 54,000 my first year I wanted to master the 2-hour workday. I wanted to master building an email list. I wanted to master creating content. So I didn't set up any huge goals for myself. Right. And then when I made 7,000 my first month, I was in shock. I had a hard time going to bed at night because I was like, I'm going to wake up. It's going to be a dream. And then I made 14,000 my next month. And then when I hit the 22,000, I had to readjust my goals. Right. And so I took bite-sized pieces. I didn't set any really crazy goals at the beginning because I didn't believe in myself. I had to work on my belief. I had to have that growth mindset. But as for my customers, I just envisioned it working for them. I envisioned them having more time with their family, right? Never having to take that calculator. The dad being able to quit that part-time job and, getting 20 more hours. I just envisioned that. So when I would go create my content, I would think about the end result this piece of content could create.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nicole, did I say that correct?
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not so good. This side. Sorry for my voice.
Are you sick?
Yes, I've got pneumonia. So
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. And look at you. You're on here. That's dedication. I hope you start feeling better.
Yeah, it's bad. Yes. So I just got 3 questions. It may sound silly, But I hear you talk about how to build. So I don't want to know how to build an email list. Can you just elaborate how I'm gonna do that? That's the first question.
Okay, yeah, so I build my email list 100% with this. Because
Okay.
I get their email. Mhm.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll create a piece of content, and then at the very end of the content, I'll do a CTA, which is a call to action, right? So I'll create a piece of content, and at the very end, I'll be like, if you want to learn more about the blueprint, put ready in the comments. I would absolutely love to share with you. I probably have said that thousands of times, right? So that's what's called the CTA. So what happens is when somebody watches my video, makes it to the end, if they put ready in the comments, I reply back with my domain, right? I'll put
Okay.
visit dailypaybusiness.com for details. Now, many will actually go put their email in. You guys, if they don't put their email in yet, that just means they just don't trust you enough yet. That's okay.
Mhm.
Because if you're
Mhm.
showing up every day on social media, you'll create that connection that they'll want to put their email in. Mhm.
Okay, because I'm lacking now because of the sickness to go live or doing content or stuff. But I will get there. I will get there. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, and then
absolutely. You'll get
yeah, yeah. Then my second question is I watch your 6 figures to 6 months
Mhm.
because I want to go into that. So I just want to know must I start with 7 days profit or with the 30 days watching? Which one must I first watch and how must I do it?
Well, I would do the launch to profit just because you kind of do some teaser posts at first. Mhm.
Okay.
And then it just kind
Okay.
of gets some momentum going and then go right into the 30 days. Mhm.
Even if I already had content on, it's like
Yeah,
a start over.
you can just change like the launch to profit, it kind of does some teaser. So
Yes.
instead of you doing teasers because you've already launched, you'll just do some more peak interest.
Okay.
Like, oh my gosh, look what's happening. Or you guys, I launched my business 2 days ago or 3 days ago or 2 weeks ago, and this is what I've learned.
Okay.
You
Okay.
got everybody's attention when you're like, and this is what I've learned. So 2 weeks ago, I launched my business. You guys, this is what I learned. And then you say it. Like people are going to want to know what you learned. Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
So yeah, that's what you do. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. And then after that, I go to the 30 days strategy.
Yeah,
After
then go
the
right to
7
30-day
days.
strategy. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Okay. 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 I just wanted to clarity about that.
Yeah,
And then okay, no, actually it was just 2. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
awesome.
But
Well, I
yeah,
hope you
but
feel better.
thank you, Michelle. Thank you
Mhm.
for everything you do for us.
Oh, well, thank you. And get
Thank-
well soon, okay?
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's dedication, by the way. So got Overby next.
Out here. Okay, I'm in. Beautiful house, by the way. I saw your pictures earlier in the live. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
I loved it. Me, I'm just having trouble a lot of times. I see everything. I see your stuff, and I watch Daryl, and I got the enthusiasm and stuff. More times than not, once I actually get on and do my lives or just doing a content video, I kind of freeze.
Mhm.
Is it a bad thing to actually do a call to action early on in the video, or is it actually hurt it? Because sometimes I feel like people's not watching it all the way through.
Right. Okay. Good question. So, yeah, you don't want to do it at the beginning because that's not going to make them put it in. What's going to make them put it in is them making it to the end because that's kind of taking the temperature. If you make a CTA at the beginning, you're trying to sell somebody, right? And you don't want everybody to make it to the end, by the way. You only want your perfect customer. So if they make it to the end, that you have a better chance of them actually putting their email in. One of the things that I had to do, which was so important, is I couldn't watch anybody else. Because then I would go create content, I would get in my head and I'd be like, man, I really like how they say that. I should try to say that. And I sucked at it. And so the moment I literally quit watching other people having success online and I just focus on my perfect customer is when I started having success, like on TikTok. So you might try that if, you know, if you're like watching other people and then it gets uncomfortable for you to create content. I just had to quit.
Okay, because I know, like a lot of my lives, seems like every time I get on there, 3 out of 5, I get quite a few people actually interacting with me, engaging, and a couple more of the nobody. And I noticed this morning whenever I got on, and I work my other job, I work 12 hours or 12-hour days. So I try to get on first thing in the morning and try to go through the day and all that. But I noticed this morning I had 2 or 3 people from the last few days.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
starting to get people coming back.
That's
So I'm guessing
huge.
I'm making an engagement there, or making an impression with somebody because they're coming back in and they're communicating with me. Not just talking about the program, but they're coming in and talking about sports and just talking about everything in general. And I start seeing more and more people coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's coming around. I mean, I'm staying positive and I'm going to, because I know everything here is amazing. I'm going to be, I know you see it all the time and other people saying it in the comments. I'm going to be one of your millionaires. I'm going to make it. I mean, I'm not
Love it.
stopping until I make it to the top, because I've had so many struggles in my life and I'm using all that stuff as or as fuel for the fire, because
Yep.
I'm tired of the negative stuff in my life. I'm going on. I'm going to be there. So,
Heck yeah. There you go. You got
Yeah,
this.
for
And
sure.
that's the stories you tell in your lives.
yeah, perfect.
Yep. That's the stories you tell. So just like, for example, I love, you know, when football comes around, I'll be talking a lot of football on my lives, right? But then I also bring it into business, right? This is what I love about this, because not only am I talking about football, I get to go to the games, right? And that's how you can really, you know, still have those relatable conversations, but then paint that picture of the things that you are going to be able to do when the income comes in. So
Perfect.
awesome. Good job. All right, Tasha.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So thank you for having me, and thank you so much for this training. So I wanted to go to wait a minute. Can you see me? Because I don't see my picture up there like everybody else's.
Yep, I see you.
Oh, okay.
You're on the big screen.
Oh, okay. Because maybe it's something wrong with my settings, because I don't even see myself on here. So I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay. So when you talked about creating a vision, you know, for me and also my perfect customer, how do I implement that in my live? Like as I'm doing the live, when I'm saying, you know, my vision for me and my vision for them, like how do I interwove that into the content?
And what do you mean now?
When you said for us to create a vision for ourselves and also for our perfect customer, like, am I going to be talking about that in my lives? Yes.
Yeah, like I do all the time. I'm like, you guys, this is why I love going live, because I just want to help that mom and never have to take that calculator to the grocery store. I love going inside the community. I love seeing the wins. I love seeing people. I just quit my job on Thursday, or, you know, Friday's my last day. I said, you guys, I love those stories. I love seeing people being able to go pay cash for cars. I love, you know, and I start sharing that. That's the vision, right? And I'm like, I just love the fact that I know I have a program that if somebody's willing to follow, they can get out of that second job and get 20 more hours with their family. So that's how I do it. Yeah.
You made it seem so easy to do it that way. And so my other question was, I hear you talk about how, you know, you're not tech savvy and things like that, but the website that you created is like awesome. Like,
I didn't create it.
Right. Yeah, right. So how did
That was my vision. I had Michelle created. That's why I hired her.
Oh, so she created the legacy builder, that whole
She
website?
created everything. I just threw my vision at her, and yeah, I didn't create none of it.
Oh, right. Like, okay, like how did Michelle do that? Like she said she's not texting, but how did she create this whole web? That makes sense now. Wow.
I didn't create none of it. I didn't create the Kajabi. She did it all. Like I hired her to do it all, and her team to do it all. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
This is my vision. And that's one thing, that's what I loved about her. Cause our first Zoom we had, I'm like talking about my vision and all this stuff. And she got it. She got it. And she created something better than I had even like imagined it. Like she got my vision and it was awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like all those trainings and stuff that I create, we have a drive and I just put them in there and she or her team moves them around and yeah, I just create. I'm just a creator, literally.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, the Michelle squad. There you go.
That is so awesome. And
I am the creator. I created all of it, but I didn't put it together, right? Does that make sense? Yeah.
yeah, I get it because it's like you talked about your vision, what you had, and then she could see it and she can put it in the physical form because you don't know how to do the whole tech thing. And she's like, okay, yeah, I got that. Okay, I can do it like this. And then you look at what she created, like, yeah, that's exactly what I saw in my head, just didn't know how to do it.
Yes. Yep. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. All right. And you
Yes,
did-
I'm the visionary. There you go. Absolutely.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so you did answer about the I like how you said about the 60-day 60 days ago I launched this business and this is what I learned. So that was the answer to the question I didn't even know I had. So thank you for that.
And the thing is that's something that can be used all the time. Like, for example, right now we're doing the 90-day success sprint. You guys, I'm on day 12 of the 90-day success sprint and just having a 4-minute video today in such a short time, I've learned this. So it can be used on anything.
See, now I was learning so much from those daily videos, and I'm like, because I want to make sure I stay compliant, right? And I'm like, but I don't know if I can say that because I'm talking about what I learned in the program. But you're saying that it's perfectly okay to say, listen, I'm on day so and so, and this is what I learned.
Heck yeah.
Man.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And to me, if it was like, if you guys watch one of those daily videos or you get on one of our mentoring calls and it just did something for you, that's when you go create a piece of content and you tell people that, because that's what people want to be part of. They're not looking to get a course and be left alone in their house.
Right.
They're looking to be part of something. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I love it when you have an aha moment. Yeah, a little breakthrough there. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Angela, you are next.
Sorry, I didn't think it was gonna be next so soon. I saw some.
No,
other
you can't
opportunities.
repost those videos, but you can talk about them, right? They're not to be reposted. You have to create your own content.
Oh.
Angela, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I didn't think I was gonna be coming up so soon. Sorry, second. Oops. Sorry. I just started posting on Friday because I didn't really feel comfortable as far as posting because I didn't really have my website up, but I'm just having a little bit of trouble because I hear people saying that they're making so many videos and so many like 12 videos in one day. I can't even do that. I don't know if I'm not doing something correctly or if somebody else is taking shortcuts or I'm taking too long just doing them.
Well, I mean, there's a lot, could be behind it. For one, you could be in your head, right? You could try to be making it too perfect. You know what I mean? Like I can get my 3 videos done in 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes a day. I'm done. I can hammer them out. I'm done. But I'm not in my head. Like I just grab my phone and go. Like I don't care about my lighting. I don't care about my background. I don't care about nothing, right? And so you get better with that. I remember when I first launched my business and it would take me hours to create 3 videos because I was so nervous and in my head. So what I did is I would get all 21 of the hooks I wanted to create. I would bring 7 shirts into my office and I would create 3 videos, change my shirt. And by the time I got to video 4 to 7, I was out of my head and I was in my heart and I was flowing. And then I could get 21 videos done in 2 hours. And then I would just put them in my drafts in TikTok. I create everything in TikTok because I just love how easy it is to edit and everything. And so I just would create a video, put it in drafts, create a video, put in drafts, change my shirt, create a video and put in drafts because I had momentum and I was out of my head. So that's something I had to do for several weeks. And then now I can just create my videos and be fine. Yeah, because I can tell you kind of overanalyze things a little bit. And so you might try that. Mhm.
Okay. The other question, you said that there's a lifetime of hooks in there. I didn't see that because I tried to look for them
Mhm. Yeah, not a lifetime, but a year's worth.
in the
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, the content vault.
Where is that
Mhm.
exactly? I'm sorry because I
Content
didn't see
vault.
that. Oh, okay. Sorry about that because I tried looking in the classroom and I didn't see it.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's tons
Thank
in
you.
there. Yeah. And the thing is, if you've been going through my Chat GPT training, you can take some of those hooks I give you, put them in Chat GPT, tell Chat GPT who your customer is, and tell them to create you 10 more hooks. So you're right. You could actually have a lifetime amount of content. So yeah. Yeah. Just go have fun.
Okay.
Just go
All
have
right.
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just try to get out of your
Thank
head
you.
and just go have fun. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Go have fun. Yeah. When you start having fun, you guys, everything changes. All right, Peter.
Ivy. Actually, that's my last name.
Oh, Ivy.
Man, I
Okay.
know, I gotta fix that. Anyways, I know I got in here late because I couldn't log in or whatever, but I dropped in right at the point where about the mentoring and I can't remember everything, but anyways, I felt like, oh my God, I feel like I was just ratted out because that was me yesterday. I had to go to town, got a Starbucks, ran around, and then on the way home, I thought, oh shoot, I got to go do a video. So I went to the park, did a quick video, and then I saw something pop up on my phone. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Anyways, and then I was like all excited and I don't know what. But anyways, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I had done a video a few days ago, and everything I say and do, I mean, I'm a feeler. When I get excited, I get teary. I mean, I get teary at a commercial. But anyways, and I'll get to the point where I'm going to. But anyways, someone commented on it, and that person said, "Oh, I'm sorry, things will get better." And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Does that mean I didn't get my message out? Because I notice that sometimes when I do before I do a video, I'll write it all down and then not go off a script, but then I take about 20 to 30 minutes to to say what I want to say. It sounds great in my head, but then once I get to the video, it's like I forget certain things. And then I mean, I have so many bloopers on my phone. It's just like, oh my gosh. But I mean, would that be like a mindset thing just to
Well, first of all, don't let what one person said affect you,
Oh.
right? They could have watched 2 minutes of your video 2 seconds of your video and said that, right? So never, I just have learned to not listen. Now, if you had 30 people say the same thing, then that might be a little bit different. But you can't determine anything off of one person, right? And we all have different personalities. And so everybody can take things completely different. So yeah, just first of all, don't let that person get to you at all, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but it was just, that was in the back of my head. And then after what I thought I saw on my phone when I was coming home, I called my husband, so excited. And then something else happened. And then right there, then the whole day just fell down. I mean, I was all over the place. Then I ended up talking to someone else that I met through here. He contacted me and then got to know each other. And then towards evening, he told me, because I started doing other things. Yesterday was my first day. I did not post 2 more videos and I felt bad. And he told me, he goes, you have the shiny object syndrome. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? And I remember you saying that in a video and I didn't want to listen to it because I didn't want it to get me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that bothered me when he said that. And I just messaged him this morning before I got on here and thanked him to wake me up, to let me know. And I told him other things too, but it was just like, Oh, it was just a horrible day. And I did try to get a hold of my mentor. I didn't get no response. And then
Yeah,
I
but
just looked at
why
my
do
spreadsheet.
you, okay,
I, well, no,
wait, stop though, stop. That's your problem.
Sorry.
Why do you need to talk to your mentor?
well, for one, I've been thinking about that too. I didn't need to.
Right.
guess I
You
felt
wanted
like-
you wanted to hear it over again. See, you guys keep yourself in that space. You know what I mean? Like the more you talk about it, the more you're going to stay there.
Right.
Like you don't need to talk about it. Like I don't let my kids do that. Like I don't let my grandkids do that. I'm like, is that beneficial to you?
No.
Like I will share this with you. So my son's a runner. He puts me in my place, by the way, and he's a runner and he took his shoes off one time. This was a while ago and there was blood. And I'm like, gosh, what's the matter? He goes, oh man, these one shoes, I'm just trying to break him in. His feet were bleeding. And I said, doesn't it hurt? And he looked at me like, how dare you say that? And he goes, and if it does it make a difference? He goes, that's not going to help me reach my goal. I'm like, okay, you're right. What you focus on, you get more of. And he reminded me, no, I'm just taking my shoes off, washing my feet, He doesn't think about what's happening at that moment. He think about his result of running. And that's the same with you. You didn't have a bad day. You chose to make it a bad day.
Right. Yeah.
That's
'cause
the
I've been
difference.
thinking
It's a
about that, yeah.
choice. To me, if we can breathe, if we're awake, well, it's not a bad day. We're not in the hospital. We're not, having one more day to live. Like we're alive. Like the fact that we get to wake up every day, we can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can hug somebody, we can laugh. Like, why do we have bad days? I can't even tell you the last time I've had a bad day. And I'm sure I've had, but I look for the good in everything. I look for the good. I always just like, I'm just so grateful. Even on days when I have 55 million things to do, I'm just grateful that I have 55 million things to do. I'm grateful. So
Right,
just,
yeah, 'cause oh, sorry.
yeah, you got to change how you see things, like, yeah.
Right, right. No, I've been thinking about it and I thought it's not, I'm not putting the blame on anybody else. The blame goes on me. I mean, I'll take that. I mean, I
Yeah,
own
when
that.
you decide to make 100% profit, you are responsible for your business, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's empowering, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
But it's also like, then that means I have to
Yeah.
be responsible and I can't
Yeah,
call somebody else or depend on anybody else.
yeah. And I'm not like that. But when I get to that point, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Mhm.
And it's just like, I have to have that talk with myself.
Yeah. And so, when you're having challenged days, your whole day wasn't challenged. You just chose for it to be, if it was. So what I learned to do, like when I have a lot going on and things, or, like things are happening, I immediately take my mind, what is a good part about my day? What has been what's my wins for today? And then I get so fired up and I get so empowered. I'm like, yes, I love life. And it changes everything like that.
Right, it
So,
does.
Yeah,
I start
focus
using
more on your
affirmations.
wins and instead of your, yeah.
Yeah, because yesterday was not good, but I own it, so that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. All right, Angie? Oh, you gotta unmute.
Oh, yay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Hey, I'll try to keep my question and time short and to the point. I have an email list from a previous business
Okay.
that I have that people trusted me to give me their email.
Mhm.
Can I put those emails into, or would that be like,
Okay, no, you
Wrong.
cannot, but this is what you can do. So
oh,
do you
okay.
already, do you already have them in like,
Yes.
email autoresponder?
In a what?
You already have them like in an email autoresponder?
On my, yes.
Okay, so wherever they are, email them.
Mm-hmm.
Share them your new journey, why you're going on it, and invite them to join you. And then
okay.
that's when you give them your page for them to see.
Right. Okay. I just wanted, I didn't want to be wrong and just start putting them in.
If you put somebody in an autoresponder that they didn't ask to, and if they report you, you're shut down. Because that is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
But what
And
I would
so
do is
thank
I
you.
would email them, right?
Yeah.
Email them. Now it's going to take more than one email because nobody makes a decision just off of
I
one
know.
exposure. And so like tonight, we're having a webinar, right? You could invite them to the webinar tonight,
Okay.
but you invite them through getting in your automations, not by the
Okay.
webinar,
Right.
right? And then,
Right. Yeah,
and
I
then-
know how to do that.
Yeah, then I would send, I mean, I would send, so I would send an email like every 2 to 3 days to them.
Okay.
Yep.
I will do that. Thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
And I appreciate all your woo and all your woo. That inspires me.
Good.
But thank you. And your new house, I can hardly see it, but I bet it's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Stephanie.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, do you remember me? I
I
asked you a
do.
question last
Yeah.
time. Okay, so I think my biggest hang up right now, I'm doing my lives. I'm finally, I think, starting to connect with people. I actually had 3 people come back from yesterday, which is awesome.
Huge. Yes.
And they're starting to connect and they're starting to actually, because boy, my lives, for as long as I've gone live, I'm really surprised that I guess I think I'm better than I am or something. Because I'm like really surprised that people aren't, connecting and stuff. And then my other question is, and I think I have a hang up as to why, because I've been in this for 6 months. I've been in network marketing for a very long time, 8 years. And
Mhm.
so people are watching me and they want to see me succeed. And if I'm not proving it to them with my paycheck and I'm not like, hey, I just made $12,000 in a weekend or even 6 months, let's say, then I feel like they're like, oh, this doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? And so I am doing all the things and it is just like the penny is just not dropping and I cannot figure out why. I even have 60 people, like we're talking really solid leads in my, like from all those
Mhm.
things. They've
Mhm.
gone through the 13 campaigns. I keep sending out, especially the webinar emails, but I'll throw in a couple of like personal testimonials or personal experiences and whatever. But I mean, I have 1 sale in 6 months. And
Okay.
I am like, okay, I don't know.
Okay,
if-
I know what your problem is.
Please tell me, because
Yeah,
I
you're
go on
you're
everything.
in your way. Because
Well,
you're
how do I get out of my
repeating-
way?
You said 2 things that aren't true, okay?
Okay.
You're trying to make them true. You're trying to make it true that you're not getting a sale because people need to see your success. That's not the truth. Like,
Okay,
I didn't need to
well.
see anybody being successful. I need to see if it would work for me. So you got to bridge the gap for them. And you're in your
Yes.
own way because you're in your head, you're like, because I'm not having success is why they're not buying because they need to see success. No,
Yes.
they don't. They need to see that they can do it.
But are they not comparing? If I can't do this, then why would they
But
be
how do
able
they know if you're doing it or not?
Well, I mean, they're watching me for 6 months and they're like, oh, you haven't produced anything.
But how do
So-
they know that?
Because I don't say
But you
know
don't need
how
to say.
there's-
You don't need to say. You don't need
Okay.
to say it.
but
We got way too many testimonials inside our community. You don't need to say it.
oh, I share those every single time on every single live. I
Yeah.
share those.
Yeah,
But-
you don't need to say it. Mhm.
But I really do feel like they're like, well, then why haven't, if this works so great, then why aren't you making?
Are they asking you that?
They haven't some people have, but that was more at the
Okay, like,
beginning.
and what do you mean by some people?
Like, there was a specific gentleman that
So
I
one
have,
person.
yeah, 1, 2
Okay,
people.
you're making
Two-
this decision off of one person.
2 people. But
Okay,
no,
2
here's the
people?
thing. Uh-huh.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm coming from? You're trying, this is why you're not having success. You're allowing 2 people to hold you back. And those people aren't paying your bills. Who cares what they say? You got to release that. It's not about you. Your success, your success is not about them. I can promise you it's not. They're not buying because of you not being successful, because your success won't pay their bills either. They're buying because you don't even believe yet. You got to get that belief there.
Right, because it
You-
hasn't worked for me.
Right.
So I
And
believe
you're
it.
trying to use what 2 people said.
Well, and I'm also using like, wait, I'm doing the system. So, you know, especially like with the automated system, right? If I have 60 people in there, shouldn't I have 3 cells by now?
Oh gosh, no.
Oh, I thought it
No.
was like 1 in 20 converts.
No,
And
no,
so,
that's no. See, again, it's on average inside my community, but you can't even start testing your funnel until you have 100 people in it. You can't make any decisions until you have at least 100 people in it. And the only reason why you don't have 100 people in it, because you're stuck in the weeds. And as long as you're stuck in the weeds, you're never going to grow. You're never going to blossom. You got to get out of the weeds. You are in your head so bad. You've said nothing about helping your perfect customer. All you've said is how people are judging you. And in reality, you're judging them. And as long as you're judging them, success will never come to you. Because that's all you've talked about.
figure out how to get out of my head because I am literally, I just feel like I'm trying everything and it is just, and I'm seriously positive about this. I really, really want to
Yeah,
do.
you need Laura St. John. Have you watched her money blocks?
Yes, I've watched them. I
You-
even overcame some of my own money blocks. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just keep going like, this is going to happen for me. This is like, everyone's like, keep on trying. Like, okay, but what am I missing?
You're missing
Because-
that you're not connecting with your perfect customer.
Yeah.
You're not creating content that would make them want to buy. And they're not going to buy because you've had success or not had success. Trust me, that's not why they buy. They buy 100% because you related to them and you created content and they feel like they can trust you and you made them feel safe with their decision and you gave them that missing component. They're like, oh my gosh, where's she been my entire life? I need this.
Yeah.
Every person that's bought from me, literally none of them have asked if I've had success or not. I literally had one gal reach out to me. This was not been too long ago, actually. And she's like, I didn't realize that you made $1 million. And I'm like, because it doesn't matter. She goes, you're right. Like, she was like, oh my gosh. Like, she was surprised, but she bought from me. She didn't know what I had made. Like, you're in your head
So
way
when
too much.
when people are on those lives and they're like, oh, well, I was able to, make $30,000 in a week or in a month or whatever. See, I guess maybe that's why I think, does it work? Because that's why I bought. I bought because I wanted to build my dream home.
Mhm.
And I was literally on the phone breaking up with my builder, telling him that we could
Yeah, I
not make
remember that
happen.
story. Yeah.
Do you remember?
Mhm,
And
yeah.
so my friend came to me, and the reason I was like even looking at it was because she's like, it worked for me. I made $12,000 in 2.5 weeks and it worked. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've worked harder in network marketing. I could totally do this. And I've
Mhm.
actually shared that on lives, right?
Mhm.
And so that's what gave me the hope. And that's what I share on my lives all the time. But when it comes down to it, they're not putting in their email and they're not buying. So I don't know how else to connect with my
Because
person.
you're only talking about you. I have not heard you say anything about your perfect customer.
Well, they're
You are-
stay-at-home moms that want to, I'm speaking to stay-at-home moms who are, and I hope you don't think that I'm like arguing with you. I'm really just trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing wrong. So I appreciate you going through this with me because it's been just, I watch all the people.
Mhm.
And so,
What do you mean you watch
um,
all the
but
people?
I watch Daryl, I watch Ashley Cox.
That's probably the
Like,
problem.
one
You
of
need
the
to stop. You need to stop and you need to focus on you. You got to get your blinders on. You are making this business way too hard. Like, stop watching anybody and focus on your perfect customer, because Ashley doesn't have your perfect customer. Daryl doesn't have your perfect customer. You do, right? And you're going to listen to them and think, oh, that's really good. I got to say that. And then you're saying things aren't coming from your heart. You're making this business way too hard. You need to stop listening to everybody on social media and focus on what your perfect customer wants. And you think about what they need to hear, not what you need to say or what you feel you need to say. Oh, well, Daryl says this and he's making money, so I need to say that. No, Daryl says that and it's attracting his perfect customer.
Right, because he has his specific story. Right. And I
Yeah.
have my specific story and I share that with them. But even when I was doing that, people weren't even staying on my lives. Honestly, they weren't even staying on my lives because I was sharing, but you're right. I wasn't connecting with them.
No, you got
And it was not until I watched
connection
Ashley's
equals
vlog.
currency. Connection equals currency.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, once I
And
started
you just have a belief issue because you've said your backstory like several times. I haven't made money in 6 months. I haven't made money. I mean, so that's your problem. So you're not connecting during your lives because you're reserved in your head because you're like, well, I haven't made money. So why would I want them to buy from me? Because they're probably not going to make money either. You have those thoughts. So you don't have your vision, and you don't have your vision for your perfect customer. Because guess what? If you had your vision, you would have started with that. You'd have started with your vision and your customer's vision. And what are 3 tips, Michelle, you would give me to help me close that gap for them? You shared only your backstory. That's all you shared. And you repeated it 3 times. Same thing. You're stuck there. And as long as you're stuck there, you have no belief. And as long as you have no belief, there will be no connection. And if there's no connection, there'll be no currency.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this back like 15 times.
No, you just need to go, you need to go for a walk, or you need to do, and you just need to talk about, envision your life. Have that, what is that going to look like? Today,
Trust me, I do every day.
today you launched your business. There's no 6 months ago. Today you launched your business. You're brand new today. You launched your business today. Have that mindset.
Okay.
And then somebody gets on your live. Well, how much have you made? Man, that's a really good question. So let me ask you this. Why does it matter what I've made? Because am I paying your bills? So I have another question to ask you. So when you got your job, your first day at your job, did you walk in there and did you go to all your coworkers and be like, hey, how much have you made since you've worked here? Hey, how much have you made since you've worked here? So I have a question. If you've never done that, and if that sounds really silly, why are you asking me? Because does my success pay your bills? But see, a winning question would be, hey, hey, Stephanie, can you tell me what I need to do to make 5,000 a month? Because I can answer that for you, because my success doesn't matter. I actually say that, by the way, Stephanie, and I could shock people if they saw how much I made, but that's how I answer them.
Okay.
And I've made money, and I answer it the way I just said it. I answer it that way. I don't answer it with, well, so anyway, I'm just telling you. Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, you're in your way. You need to literally, today is you need to rip the rearview mirror off, and you need to just think about your customer, what they want, and how it's going to feel when you help them get it. And those are the stories you're going to talk about. Like, you need to create content. Man, I went for a walk and I was thinking about my perfect customer purchasing from me and they're able to do X, Y, Z. And you need to start sharing these stories and things like that out there. That's what's going to connect.
Okay.
Yeah. Forget
Okay,
about
awesome.
your past. You don't live there.
Thank
It
you.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You just need to make one little pivot and you're gone. Like,
I know, I feel it.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
seriously do feel it. but I'm
So
just like,
no
where-
more. It
this-
should never come out of your mouth again that I've been in this for 6 months and haven't got a customer. There's no money made in that stinking thinking.
right, I know that, but man, it's hard when
But that's all
yeah,
you're talking about. So as long as
Yeah.
you talk about that, you can't release it and you can't create valuable content that your perfect customer needs to hear.
okay, so I just
It
really
drives me nuts. Like I did that. I did a video on TikTok. Like it literally, like it was like to me when I had done Tim's his story on TikTok. And the amount of people, instead of like feeling empowered by that, they literally went on TikTok and said, yeah, I've been doing this for 3 months and I've not made money. I've been doing this for 3 weeks and 6 weeks. And I'm like, then they wonder why they're not making money. They're worried
Yeah.
about them.
yeah.
Like, what did I say at the very beginning of this? And when I started this, I wanted to master my message to my perfect customer. I wanted to master the 2-hour workday. I wanted to master. There was never a time like I wanted to get a customer. I needed to get a customer. I did. But I
Yeah.
knew I couldn't get one unless I mastered the 2-hour workday. I mastered my message. And I was like, I'm giving myself grace. And I'm like, I'm giving myself grace. And I'm going to 54,000, man. If I just make 54,000 my first year while learning to master this. And I told that story over and over and over again. And you know, I mean, I was all about, I just wanted to get good with my message to my perfect customer. I wanted to build a following of my perfect customers. That's all I worried about mastering. And see, I never got in my way. You're just in your way. You've costed yourself probably $50,000, to be honest with you.
Well, they're all in my email waiting, so
But you know what I'm saying? Like seriously, because you're just in your way. So you need, if you catch yourself wanting to repeat that,
Mhm.
stop yourself and literally focus on your perfect customer.
Okay, deal. I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are making it way too hard. All right, Liz.
Unmute. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this quick for you. Thank you so much for all that you do, because while we were doing this meeting, I got my very first $300 in business.
Hey,
So I was like,
how did it feel?
I feel awesome. I feel like I want more. So
I love that. Yes.
oh my God, I just want more. But I noticed that, and there was another gentleman that asked earlier about how do you not freeze. Sometimes you do the CTA in advance. So that kind of helped me, because sometimes I feel like when I am going live, or even when I'm recording my my posts, I know what I'm going to talk about. And then I'll sometimes do like, notes on the side, but then I freeze. And then I was like, what was I saying again? And then I'm like, So my biggest thing is trying to avoid doing that and trying to be more fluid in my message. And that's really just what I want to perfect. And I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to do that and not go to Walt Disney on everybody and then like brain fart.
Well, I mean, practice.
Okay.
Seriously, like practice. It's so funny. We had somebody in the community and he went through some of my old videos and he was like commenting on them. And I replied back and I'm like, isn't it crazy to see how far I've come? Because he was
Right.
like, wow, like, because I always say that, you guys, if you would go back and look at my videos, like I wasn't always flowed like this. And I remember one video I created, and when I went back to watch it, I completely in the middle of it shifted what I was saying, because I lost track. I posted it. Right. I want people to see that I used to be a hot mess. I've not always been polished. I've not been able to flow. Right. But because I never quit or never deleted things, I just posted it. I called myself, I was ignorance on fire. I just went out there and just did it. And that attracted, yes, it did repel a bunch of people because they're like, oh gosh, why would you say that? I don't know. Because it's me, right? And I'm not gonna, and so yeah, don't be hard on yourself. Yeah. Obviously what
Okay.
you're doing is working, you just got a customer.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I know that lately, because even my husband, he does his thing. He does sales. He's a finance manager for a huge company. but
Mhm.
my biggest thing was always speaking in the present. So when I'm talking to him, I'm like, I stop myself and correct myself because I'm like, yeah, so if I do this, and I'm like, nope, when I have this, I'm like, we're gonna do that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, when I make this many sales by this time, literally, we just had this talk yesterday. I'm like, not if. I was like, never mind. I was like, when? I was like, we're gonna go ahead and sell the house and we're gonna buy this other house that we wanted. So congratulations, by the way. That's super exciting for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Awesome.
But
Yeah, you got it.
thank you so much.
Uh-huh. Congratulations on yourself. I'm glad we
Thank
were
you.
here.
Me
Here
too.
for it. Awesome. So exciting. Those are the funnest when you guys are on here. Well, Tim, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Look, this call has got me so fired up, but I'm also sitting there going like, you guys, if you could be in my shoes 16 months later and go, oh my God, everything that you said is like, exactly. Stephanie, get out of your head, get into your heart. Stop. I get it. Don't care what anybody tells you to do. Don't care what anybody says on your live. You move on. Michelle, how many times did I reach out to you, email you, ask you questions? How many times did I beg you to call me? Michelle, I need you to call me. How many times do you think I reached out to you in the 16 months that I've talked to you?
That you begged me to call you?
Yeah, for help and
Never.
emailed. You're damn right. Never. Never. And I swear to God, you guys, everything's in this freaking program. I am close to hitting $300,000. Do you hear me on this? This is obscene. I say this from love and kindness. Okay, Stephanie, get out of your head, get in your heart. That was my question. Like, how many times did I ever reach out to you? Because there's so many people saying like, stop, breathe. You're so worried about the outcome that you're not getting into the perfect message. Your message is, why did you buy this program? Like, I'm listening and I'm just getting like, I'm so fired up. Like, Michelle, I know I got to calm down. I promise. I'm so freaking fired up. I made no money for 3.5 months. Guess what? It's a me problem. Own it. It's okay. Own it. It is okay. I got to say one thing. I never bugged Michelle. July 27th is when I asked her my first questions. Just to be very clear. You know what? 3-4 days later, I started making daily pay, 11 days straight. 14 days later, I made $4,050. I'm at 280 some odd thousand. I stopped counting. 16 months, I just stopped counting because I know it's not about that outcome. You guys are perfect. Stephanie, you are so right where you're supposed to be. Jesus Christmas, you don't even know where you're at. Don't worry about what anybody else says. I'm just going to say this. What makes you think you're going to come into this business and make $1 million in the first day? Breathe. For God's sake, breathe. I'm breathing. Do you understand that I went through this program? I did not go through everything, but I'm sitting here. I made notes. Do you guys make notes? Like, I have stars. I have notes. When I do my lives, I have notes. I have notes. I don't care what anything. I just care about the one person that's on there out of the 50 people that are on my live that are sitting there going like, oh my God, I need this guy. I need this woman. I need this person. I had to come out because I am like, my hair is tied up because it's going to lose its, you know what? Okay. I'm just telling you, don't worry about a thing. Show up. I'm listening questions. And here's the thing that you've been in this business for a while. Michelle, I know you're gonna love this. But when I hear people ask questions, I just want to let you know, when you ask those questions, we know you didn't go through the content. Lovingly and kindly, I can say that because I've been doing this it'll be 17 months, March 8th, okay? But I'm just telling you, we know. So go through the content. It's not a get rich quick scheme. There are people that are blessed and likely made sales in the first day. God bless you. But I'm just telling you what is possible. Almost 17 months in, I just breathe. God, just relax a little bit. It'll come. Don't worry about the outcome. Just focus on the process that is put in front of us, that this woman put together for you and me, for people just like me and you. Okay. And then I'll leave it on this note because I know this is not my life. Everything that you do, Michelle does, and that I do for other people is from my heart. I'm not worried about what other people say. Michelle's not worried about other people. I've seen her for 16 months. I've watched her. I've seen her grow. She grows for me. When I told her, stop, take care of your voice, dadgummit, we need you. Here's the thing. We want to need her, but here's the crazy thing. everything's in a blueprint. We really don't. We just love being around to her because we know that's the environment that she's putting in front of us. So this is all I'm going to say. I'll get off right now. Breathe. You're perfect. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and stop worrying about your outcome, which is your result. I never worried about money. I guarantee you, if I ask Michelle, it's one thing. Tell Michelle, you worried about your money, didn't you? You worried about every day. You worried about money. I guarantee she didn't. She worried about one thing: getting those stay-at-home moms to make sure they didn't have to count on money, worry about what was in their bank account to pay for their food. See, I'm a dude that was 55 and lost a career in corporate America for 25 freaking years. I never want any man or woman to ever feel, for any reason whatsoever, the feeling that I felt that day. I felt defeated. I felt hurt. I was crushed. I felt emasculated, if you want to call it that. It was amazing. It was the feeling that never I want anybody. See, you better get clear on your message, and your message is right in front of your face. Why did you buy the damn program? I had to breathe on this, Michelle. I'm not going to apologize because I meant every word of it. I love you to death. You know, I think the world of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all the things that you're doing for us. And yeah, guys, it's all in front of you. Relax. Take a chill pill if they say it, if that's still even a thing anymore. But just breathe. Thank you. That's all I got, kiddo.
I have
That's
a
all I
question
got.
real quick though, because
Sure.
not only have you made almost 300K, you're
Yeah.
you're doing the things you love. You're not setting stress.
Oh,
You're
oh.
golfing, you're dating your wife, you're doing things. And I think that's so important, is like, it's not that your journey to 3K has been, you know, like I felt the stress in Stephanie. Did you?
Oh my God. I wanted to hug her and say, please stop, get a drink of wine, get whatever it is to come down. Like, breathe, babe. That's why I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to take my hand down, but that's the reason I came on. I'm just telling you. And if you don't think the people feel that in your message, I'm telling you something, they feel it, they see it. And what are you worried about anybody else? They don't pay your bills. Relax. What's your message? If you really give us, you know what, about other people, and that's what this business is about, taking care of other people, then why are you worried about anybody who thinks? The person that says the negative things, they're not for me. And guess what? That's 1000% okay. Because Michelle can tell you, I know you can tell you, the person that gave you grief before they signed up, you're sitting there going, oh my God, why did they sign up? I saw the signs. Why did I do that? Stephanie, you're just breathe. My God, have the conversation with your best friend. I guarantee it doesn't look like your content. Guarantee it.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
That's a good one.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey kiddo, sending you love and joy. We'll see you tonight at the webinar.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. It's so nice having somebody else's perspective come in. All right, guys, I'm gonna go a little bit longer than I do need to rest my voice for tonight. So Sarah, I'll let you go.
Hi.
Hello.
So I have been mid-April and I haven't made a sale. And I was listening to Stephanie's story because I come from a MLM, 10 years. And so I could identify with some of that, just like, why hasn't it happened yet? But I don't really have a question. It was more just to say hi, because I never seem to be able to get on these lives because of my schedule. I'm a stay-at-home mom because of the MLM. I really just felt I couldn't do it anymore. And so I took a break for 4 years searching for something. And can you leave me just for a couple more minutes? Thank you. This is part of my problem, is that I can't focus just on this, but I believe in it because I built what I built before, and I know that I will be successful. I think, you know, for Stephanie, it's, if that's her name, everyone keeps talking about, you know, I'm sorry, but I can totally feel that. And
Yeah, but
relate
we're
to
doing
that
it in
and
love,
understand it.
because
Yeah,
I know what
absolutely. Because
Stephanie
I feel that way too, you know, sometimes like, why? But I think we all have those days, and just picking myself up and knowing that all the answers are here, you know, is huge. For me, I think if I were to pinpoint one question, is just you know, with my kids and having a different schedule every single day and homeschooling, so it's year round, it always looks like chaos central. You know, maybe not having perfection is one thing that's holding me back. Even though I'm not necessarily a perfectionist, I do enjoy messy things. So I don't know what it is. I just keep scouring Kajabi and school and looking for the next thing that could break through. And I put in my time and know
So
that
again,
it
I'm
will
gonna say
happen.
something real quick because I've heard nothing, all I've heard is about you and nothing about your perfect customer.
Okay, so
You're focused,
I've
you're
had
too focused on what you can't do instead of what you can do. You started the story with, which you think about it, there was no relevance to me knowing how long you haven't had a sell. So what were you trying to accomplish by saying that?
I just wanted to say hi. I felt like I
No,
should
no,
have
I'm trying to help you right
question.
now. Because I'm
Okay,
coming from there's some, you know what I mean? Like, see, to me, it's like, why do people want to start with that?
I was just trying to relate to Stephanie too, you know?
Yeah. But you know, I'm coming from, it's like,
Yeah.
to me, that's where you're stuck. Like
Yeah.
there's no relevance to, you know what I mean? There's just no, because I get it all the time, by the way. You're not the only one.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like, why
I'm
do
sure.
people have to, why do they want to start there?
I don't know, maybe because it was just what we had just talked about, I think, but I
But my
understand.
thing is like, I've heard nothing about your perfect customer, right? And so I think you're so caught up in that. I think that's the issue. And instead of like using your kids as a distraction, that should be the empowerment. Like that's the gift you got. The fact that
Yeah.
you're home with them and that you get to build a business with them. And who cares if you're doing a video and they come in the room? Like that's the awesome part, you know?
No,
And I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, use that as the reason why, not the excuse why.
yeah.
Have it be the reason, not the excuse. And I just, you're just kind of in your way a little bit. Just peel back some of those layers. You know, if to me, when your kids are sleeping, maybe batch create some content. You can, you know, maybe get 4 videos done instead of 3. Then you don't have to do as many the next day or something, or, you know, find areas. How old are your kids?
3 and 10.
Okay. So, I mean, a 10-year-old could definitely watch the 3-year-old for an hour, right?
Yeah, in theory, yes. We live in an RV, so space is cramped and I don't really have the ability. So I've been really trying to figure that out, playing with, you know, versus live versus more B-roll. Definitely people seeing my face, which I'm okay with. It's just figuring out how to do that consistently on a daily basis, you know? I had some problems with TikTok. I got shut down on my account, so I'm on my 3rd account, but I'm still going, you know, and trying. And
Are you doing business account?
that was the problem. On the first one, it asked for my EIN, and I was like, well, I didn't know we needed an EIN.
No,
so
you're setting up the wrong type of business account. You're setting up for business shop.
Okay, well, I didn't know that at the time,
Yeah.
and I added the wrong one, which is bookkeeping. Everything got messed up. So I started a second one. They shut me down for telling me that I was doing unoriginal content, even though it was all me. I don't know. I wasn't pulling the videos from anywhere else.
Yeah, I think you're
They
setting
said
up the
that-
wrong type of account because it's the same thing as a personal account. It's just, it's the same information. Like there's no EIN, there's no nothing like that. So I
Yeah.
think you've just kind of created the wrong account. But my thing is if you, to me, man, your journey, you live in an RV, I would stand outside the RV when your 10-year-old's inside with a 3-year-old and I would hammer out the videos. You can edit them in front of your kids, but I would record my videos in front of the RV or wherever you are. And I'd be like, I would go off how awesome this is. That
I
you
do
can build
that,
your phone
yeah.
from 4 apps. And that's what I would focus on. But yeah, you're really in your way right now. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And that's why I identified with Stephanie. I was like, that sounds a little bit like me, you know,
Yeah.
like it is. But you know, I believe in it. I wake up, you know, knowing I can visualize everything and I see it happening. I know it's just a matter of time. It's just pinpointing my issue. And it's tough when the issue is you.
I don't think it's pinpointing your issue whatsoever. I think it's you're in your head, you're not in your heart. And you need to focus, don't pinpoint your issue because What is that going to solve? Nothing. You need to focus on your perfect customer. I think when you start having fun creating content for your perfect customer, I mean, did you have success in network marketing?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like, I was the high mid levels. I mean, enough to live off
Why do
of
you
the
feel,
last
what did you do
5
to have
years.
success there?
What did you say?
What did you do to have success there?
I just kept at it. You know, I just kept doing it every single day. And
Hey, buddy.
you know, I just kept going, basically. You know, I never
Right.
gave up.
So, but my point I'm saying is probably because you had conversations with people and you connected with them. So they trusted you and bought from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could do that exact same thing on social media. But this time you don't got to trade time for dollars, because this time you can create one video, talk to your perfect customer that can go to millions or thousands of people. It's the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And just getting my TikTok, if that's, you know, going again.
Yeah. But again, just, is that the account, is that what you're using to build Facebook or TikTok, or what do you use and what platform?
I'm doing TikTok. Don't touch the computer. Okay. I'm doing TikTok, and part of me wishes I'd started with Facebook, because now I want to start there, but then I'm like, it goes into well, I haven't made money. So since I do have friends over there, I want to be more successful on TikTok first so I can come over with money. And
Yeah,
I
but
wanna
that's
work
not
on
fair to the
platform
people.
first.
But see, what you said right now, though, that's not fair to the people that right now are in their closet praying for a solution, and you have one for them. But because you're thinking about yourself instead of about them, they're never going to discover this, because you're afraid of what people are going to think on Facebook instead of being excited for the people you can help on Facebook.
Absolutely. And I say yes and no, because I've thought about what you just said. a lot. And I'm like, well, I don't even care, you know? But then I'm like, well, should I focus on both? You know, and I know it's to focus on one. And I feel like I've put so much effort into TikTok with it being my third account, you know, and I'm like, I want to make this work.
Yeah, but to me, you got to figure out what you're doing. I mean, I've had the exact same TikTok account since I've started. And I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be.
I think I'm on a roll now. Now I just
Okay,
need
good. Good.
I'm on my third account. I know why the other two had problems, and that
Okay.
was a couple months ago. Now I'm good. You know, I relaunched, you know, I took a little while to try and get some videos. Anyway,
Now, let me tell you, so
Keep
this is
going.
what I would do. Ready? If you want to know what I would do, how I would introduce Facebook,
okay.
is I would introduce Facebook by literally the stories. I would literally go to TikTok, or, you know, go to Facebook and say, oh gosh, you guys, I'm doing this digital marketing process and I'm learning how to build a business on TikTok. And it's just a different world over there. But I love the fact that I can make 100% profit here. Boom, that's it. You piqued interest, but you're sharing with them, you're learning on TikTok. It's a different world over here, but I love it because I can make 100% profit. That's the little teaser. What? 100% profit? What? And then that's what I would do. That's how I would start swerving over to TikTok or YouTube and or Facebook and introduce it.
So you're saying post that on my regular timeline? Or
Yeah.
in stories? Because you said
Or
stories.
stories. I mean, I love stories on Instagram and Facebook, but that's what I would do. And then just, you know, then you're all of a sudden, introducing it to your Facebook, and all you got to say, people are like, well, how long have you been, you know, if it's somebody that you know, right? Like, how long have you been doing this? And, you know, how much money have you made? To say, oh, I'm new, like I'm just learning TikTok, but I decided, you know what, I'm being really selfish right now, because while I'm trying to learn this over on TikTok, I'm not sharing it with the people I know on Facebook. And what if some mom would have discovered this and made 900 this week, and shame on me. So I'm now going to share it on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, because I do have a lot of people on Facebook, but stories, I've tested them out. I don't get any views. And that's because I've probably never done stories, I'm wondering. So I was trying to figure out how I could
It's with everything. It's like, if I told you right now, hey, Sarah, I need you to do a 4-minute plank. You'd be like, I can't do a 4-minute plank. Well, yeah, but in 3 months you probably can. So you can't expect to do stories now, and you don't focus on the views, you focus on the activities.
Yeah.
Right? Don't
Right.
focus on, you know, what you expect to happen. Just focus on the activities and the right results will happen eventually. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm keeping at it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it all.
Yeah.
And thank
You
you for
got this.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. You got this. Okay. Lundy's?
Hi, Michelle.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, guys. I'm so happy I finally connected. I've been waiting. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So, I've been watching your lives. I am 7 weeks in the business, and the first 2 weeks I did it completely wrong. So now I've been plugging into training, and I try so much to connect with my perfect customer.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like there's a connection problem. I have a retail pharmacy that I'm struggling so much with cash flow. So now in all my TikTok videos, I try to be as honest as possible. So, but now I don't know what the problem is. I do get engagement
Let me ask
on
you this question
TikTok.
real quick, okay? How many videos have you created?
Yeah, I don't know, but I create 3 a day.
And for how many days?
I think this is the 3rd week now.
How many?
I think this is it's the 3rd week today.
Okay. Let me
So it's
help
been
you.
21 days.
I gave myself 90 days. I gave
Okay.
myself 90 days to get better. I didn't have any expectations my first 90 days. I was like, I just got to go out there and I got to learn to master this. I got to learn to understand TikTok and understand how to do this. I got to learn how to really engage with my perfect customer. I didn't evaluate anything until after. That was I wasn't going to judge anything. I wasn't going to determine anything. I wasn't going to say nothing, think anything for 90 days because I went in, I released all the pressure. So I was able to have fun creating content because I wasn't looking for anything but to get better. And that's why I
Okay.
made 7,000 my first month. That's why I made 14,000 my second month. That's why I made 22,000 my third, because I didn't put the pressure on me. I literally just was like, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to create content towards my perfect customer and I'm going to get better. I just want to get better with my message. And you know how I engaged if I was getting better? Because when people started commenting, I was like, ooh, I had a comment.
Yeah,
That
that's
message
what's
must have been
happening
better.
now.
How can I recreate that again tomorrow? And I did, but see, I would get 50 views on a video and I would scream in my house. I'd be like, people, 50 complete strangers watched my content. This is awesome. Like I was grateful. See, I never had that. Nobody's looking. I never had that stinking thinking. Like I just didn't. I was so grateful. Man, if I was in the 200 club, I'd be like, holy crap, this is awesome. 3 videos a day and each are getting 200 views. That's 600 complete strangers that discovered me for free. And I think because I just had such a grateful heart, I was like, I would get so excited that 50 people watched my videos. Like, oh, I got to show up for those 50 people tomorrow. I gotta not disappoint. And it was always about them. It was never about me. And I'll tell you what, I can promise you, I could line up 10 people in our community right now that are having massive success. And it's about their perfect customer, not about them. And you're
Okay,
being
I
too
think I
hard on
need to
yourself,
look at
right?
it
Because you've not been
with
doing
that
this long
mindset.
yet.
Okay. One last question now. Okay, so now I'm starting on the free, I've started on the free ad. So I want to ask, can I post 3 different countries in one platform? For example, if I'm using quick ads, can I post in, let's say, UK, United States, and Italy?
I mean, you would have to look at the free ads platform and ask that question because it's different for everybody. But when I did it, yes. So,
Okay. Thank you so much.
but what I did though is I stayed in one area for 7 to 10 days solid. I just
Yes, That's what I plan to do because I watched your video, so I saw that I need to be consistent. I need to post like one same ad for at least 7 days. So that's what I want to do. But now I want to confirm, can I do that for 3 different countries in one site?
Yeah, absolutely. Just be consistent. You know, don't do one country one day, one the next, one the next. Do them all 3 every day.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Jasmine.
Hey, can you see me? Hello.
Hello.
First off, I am a very shy person, so this is out of the norm for me.
Oh,
But
I'm proud of you.
I'm stuck at just trying to get my message across to my perfect customer. So my perfect customer will be like a stay-at-home mom that wants to earn, will help their significant other out, so they won't have to work a second job.
Okay. But why though?
Well, he's probably going into more depth, but he's about to retire in 2 years, so I want to start taking more vacations with him and also with my daughter. I want her to be able to enjoy life growing up like I did when I was young.
First of all, when you create your content, I would let people know that this is new to you.
Okay.
And this is completely getting out of your comfort zone. I would start so many of my videos like that because you are going to be relatable with people. Like that is going to hold this connection in. You know how many people that don't buy from me because of my energy? They're like, I just couldn't be like you. You know, and so if you start like that, they're gonna all buy from you because they're gonna be like, oh, she gets me, like that's me, because you're way more relatable, right? And so we're always so afraid to say things like that, right? Because we think we got to be different. Be you. That's gonna connect, and then share that story. And you just got to get good at it. Like, how many videos do you think you've done?
I said about maybe 40 videos.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't try to change anything or fix anything or worry about anything till 90 days. So, but I would just go kind of share your story. Like I would go do a video today or tomorrow, and I would literally be like, you guys, I am so shy, and I talked on a mentoring call for the first time, and share with them how it was. That's the connection pieces that people need to hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You got this. Yes. Okay. How do you say your name? Slew? Oh gosh. Help me out. I know I just blushed it. Oh, you're muted. Try again. Oh, we can't hear you though. Oh man, and we gotta hear how you say your name. Oh. Okay, I'll let you keep on trying, and I'm gonna go to iPhone real quick. And maybe do you have something plugged in, like microphone or something plugged in? Okay, iPhone, I'll let you go right now while she.
Hi, it's Nafisa. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I can't seem to get myself on. Hold on, start video. There you
There
go.
you are.
So I've got my kitty, my daughter's kitty sitting
Oh,
right
I
on
love
top of
it.
me.
Ooh, beautiful.
So my question is, I came in a little bit late, and I heard you speaking about the affiliate program. I am signed up for it, but is there somewhere where I can go to find out how exactly it works?
Yeah, just go right inside the classroom and click on it, and it's all right there.
Okay, so I can because I thought I'm sure I tried looking, but maybe I just didn't look in the right place. And I really wanted to know more about the affiliate program.
Yeah.
The next very quick question is, so I started TikTok on the 10th of June. I've got like almost 3,000 followers and
Wow,
10,000
and since
views
June?
on.
Good for you.
Thank you. 10,000 views, especially on my one video. Except that I have right now I am getting quite a few people saying they're interested. But a lot of them are like, oh, they feel that I should be inviting them over to Canada or sending them money. So I was wondering if I had said anything wrong, which I didn't think I did because of.
Okay, yeah, those people that ask you to send them money and things like that, you got to block them. Those are just bots or scammers or spammers. Yeah.
Okay, because I have like 86 leads already. I know you said I've got to wait till 90 or 90, like 90 leads or 3 months. So I'm still
100
waiting.
leads. You don't make any determination until you have at least 100 leads. Yeah.
Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing anything wrong and that my message obviously is right. And so it's okay. And I'll continue in that vein. That's the main thing I needed to know.
Yeah. And see, so you built your channel quickly, right? If you've only been doing this since June, you have over 3,000. So you have a lot of, people that are brand new to you. And so they just got to build that know, like, and trust. They just got to get to know you better. And if you've had a few videos get really pushed out there, you get a lot of looky loose from them. So don't be discouraged if they're looking at your video or commenting, but not taking action in your automated sales process yet. That's kind of normal. You're way too new to really develop that connection with people yet. Just keep on doing what you're doing because something's right. Something's working good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. I love what you do and thanks for your help.
Aw, thank you. You're welcome. That's good. Okay. Want to try it again? All right. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
Go. Now, how do you say your name?
It's Sulay.
Sulay? Ooh.
Yes.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's my mom's names put together.
Aw, that's sweet. I love
Oh,
that.
so yeah, it's my first time talking to you, and I've been always following you, so I was quite nervous.
Aw.
But I'm in my pajamas. It's late at night, so please excuse me.
You're great.
So okay, so I know I don't want to mess up the system or anything like that, so don't get me wrong. I just want to know the thank you video. Is it okay if we do our own?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay if I do my own. I know I won't mess with the video page, but the thank you one.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
And we've had people take the video because they like what I say in it, and they'll
Yeah.
add them at the beginning of it.
Aha,
And then
and
they'll
then just
like just kind of share their story and introduce. Then they're like, hey, and I want you to watch this video from my mentor. And so they'll
yeah.
do that as well. So yeah, and some people
Okay.
just put their video on that page and everything as well. So yeah.
Awesome. And then actually Angie asked my question about the emails. So I've been in the beauty industry for 22 years. So I've got a lot of clients trusting me. And now, well, I probably the algorithms and stuff, and they started talking and they saw that I'm doing this online business. So a lot of them are intrigued. And I wanted to introduce them because I have loads of emails there, but I wasn't really sure how. And look, I don't think all of them are my perfect customer. Do I just slowly introduce them or how?
Yeah. And how were you going to introduce them?
I was thinking of sending an email and saying that I started on this new journey, doing this extra. Well, I wanted to drop back on my hours. That's why I started this business.
I would definitely do it and invite them to get inside your automated sales process. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. No, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us this late. I love it. All right, Tev. I'm going to go a little bit longer, guys, and I'm going to get off so I can rest my voice for tonight because I can feel it's getting tired. So
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I just want to start off by saying that I love these mentoring meetings because I always leave with like breakthroughs, And I just want to say that like everything you say, it's so crazy how true it is because when the last time I spoke to you, you said I was all in my head and I was, and I kind of like started making content, like just not caring. Like I just try to act like I'm just talking to a friend or something. And I started getting leads. like I started seeing
Awesome.
improvements. Yes. So it's like consistently every day I'm getting leads now. So I'm excited. And then I was even on TikTok timeout like months ago. And now my video, I don't know if you remember, but then like now my videos are getting in the 400, 600, 700s. So now I know for sure I'm not in timeout anymore. But so, so my question is like, when someone asks for info, like at the end, and I send them the information and I don't see them in my, what do you call it? The funnel, in my email list, should I reach out to them?
I don't, because
Okay.
if you're creating content every day, right? We're gonna see you again.
Okay.
So now if you want to go back to that comment and make a comment, you can. Like, hey,
Okay.
just wanted to check in with you. I just, I'm just trying to keep
Okay.
you out of DMs, because when you get really big on TikTok, you will get cloned. Just get ready for it, right? And so I
Yeah.
just don't want you to be DMing people and all of a sudden some imposter comes in and
Um,
duplicates you, and then they start
mhm.
DMing people. People are gonna think it's you.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
you can
So
go
just
back
go in the comments.
yeah,
Okay.
and just say, hey, I
Okay.
just
I'll do
wanted to
that.
check in with you.
All right. I'll do that. Thank you so much.
And congratulations. And thank you
Thank
for being so
you. I'm
coachable. I
excited.
love it. Love it. So you guys, in TikTok timeout, what we're talking about is sometimes you can kind of get flagged with TikTok or lose certain privileges. And that's what she was getting at. That's why I was kind of chuckling, because I know many of you that are brand new, like, what do you mean by TikTok timeout? It will happen. You just got to kind of expect it, that you'll have a little bit of a, and it could be because somebody reported one of your videos or one of your live, just there's a reason sometimes that it can happen, but it goes away after a while. So Maria?
Hi, sorry. Where's
Hello.
my camera? Trying to get to my camera. I didn't think you were gonna get to me. I was actually going out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to my notes. So I just have a few questions. So I've been doing this for like 3 months now. And I feel like my content, sorry, I'm trying to what I'm doing. I feel like my content's good. I know my perfect customer. I can't come in here. And I know like I feel like I'm getting the message across, but then I don't have a lot. I feel like my message is good and I feel like I do good on video talking to my perfect customer, although I have a very rare situation because both of my children have passed away. They had a very rare syndrome. And I like, so I had this, I was on your live the other day and I was in the breakout room and some of the people said like, I need to stop saying I can't talk about it because, that's who you are. That's your perfect customer. And it's not obviously persons whose children have passed away. It's more like getting more time with your family because I don't have my kids anymore. So I don't have the time, you know what I mean? So that's like really my message to people. But I feel like I say that in like a quick passing, because I'll say like, being the mom of 2 special needs children who are angels, I know the importance of being present for your kids and being able to be there for them and, wanting to have time with them, but you have to still work, obviously, right? So I just don't know where I'm missing because I get a lot of people in the community. I have friends with a lot of the girls here and everyone's like messaging me, oh, I love your message. You're so good on video. Like I love what you're saying. And people like kind of copy some things that I say. I'm just not sure like what I'm missing with my perfect customer because I feel like even if I'm not getting as many sales, I should at least get more people asking or going into my funnel. That's like my big thing. It's like, what am I missing with that customer? Like, what am I what am I not giving to them? You know what I'm saying?
So,
like,
I mean,
I'm
how
not-
long have you been creating content?
Oh, at least I'd say 3 months. And I do consistently every single day. I do my 3 posts a day. I go live at least once, if not twice a day. I went live twice today and I never really have, I go at 6:30 because I was making my daughter breakfast in the morning before school. So I would leave at 7:30. So I did 6:30 a.m. So now I might go a little later because she just finished school. But and then I have to go live randomly because my work schedule fluctuates. So I can never pick a certain time. I was thinking maybe starting later at night, like go at 11 o'clock some nights, maybe I could do that. But I do go live a lot and I never really get a lot of people on there. But I'm very comfortable. Like I was in MLM, I did lives before. So like I'm comfortable doing that. I just don't know what I'm missing with them. I mean, I don't know if it's because of my kids and I can't like relate to other people. Sorry, kind of. I don't know. So like, I feel like I know what I want to say to people and I say it like and I sometimes I end up crying in my lives because if I talk about them, which I do, but not like I don't sit here and cry like this. I just like will say it and then I'll say, I want people to be with their kids. That's what I want. I want you to not miss your family time because you have to work so much. Like I don't want that. You know what I mean?
I
And I also say,
wonder
go ahead.
if you are making people feel sad for you.
That's why I can't. So like,
You
this
know
is
what
the
I'm coming
problem.
from? Like, hear me out real quick
Yeah.
here, because
Go
I
ahead,
feel
go ahead.
like not that you're meaning to do that, right? But I'm wondering, like, if you like people, because I do, right? I'm like, oh, I can't
Well,
even imagine as a
I
mom what
know,
you're going
I
through,
know,
right?
right,
And so
right.
are other moms feeling that way to all of a sudden they're like, oh, I can't imagine that. But that's not empowering them to take action in their life because they're like thinking about, I can't imagine what she's going through. And, you know, like, oh my gosh, she's a
Right.
strong lady. She's on here talking about it. And then it's all about, you know, you, and not that that's your intention, but I just, as a mom, I feel that.
Well, I get what I don't bring it up a lot. I say, when I say about myself, that's what I do because I have to say about myself. So I usually say, and I would say out of like my 30 lives, like 2 times I was tearing, like that's it. So I'm very strong and I don't normally like cry in front of people. Like that's just not my thing. So I will not use it like that. I'll just say, I know it's important. I want you guys to never miss out on memories because you're stuck at work. And I also say like, you know, I don't want you to be home and your work, a babysitter says, oh, your baby just took their first step. Like I say like things like that as well. But like they have to know me. So I have to say story. I can't just pretend they didn't exist, you know? So like maybe that's maybe that's a missing connection. I don't really know. Like, I'm not really sure because I feel like I'm comfortable on the camera and I feel like I come across as genuine and like, I just don't know what I'm missing. Like, I'm not quite sure what, like, I guess like it's hard to relate to me. So I don't make it like a big thing, like a big conversation piece. I just kind of talk about that's what I want other parents to never have to miss out of time with their kids, like, because they grow up so fast. Like,
So that's what you want for them, but what do they want for them?
what do you mean?
Yeah, what is your perfect customer want?
Right. Like I want them to be able to have more time with the kids, to spend with the kids and make those memories and not be stuck at work and not miss out
Right, but what do
dinners.
they want though? Because you talk about like what you want for them, but what do they want?
So, well, how do I say that? 'Cause that's what I want them. That's my customer. Like my customer is the person that works too many hours and doesn't have time with their family or works the weekends and misses the games and stuff like that. So like, I don't know how else would I, like, how would you
So
suggest that
those
I
are the videos you
say
create.
that?
Those are the videos that you create. So are you a parent working way too many hours and you're not having that connection with your children? You know, you're missing the games, the sporting events. Those are the types of video that will get into their emotions of what
I
they're.
do. Yeah, I do do a lot of those videos and I barely ever say like, I very rarely say like, my name is Maria and I'm the mom of 2 special needs children. I hardly ever say that because again, that's like, here I am like trying to be peppy and then I don't want to be like, who passed away? Like, so most of my videos do not say that. So it's hard to kind of people to know me because that's kind of me. So like, maybe that's where I'm not connecting, but I'm not quite sure how to make that connection because it's like it's a very rare situation, obviously, that I'm in front of people. So like, I don't know how
But the
to
only way
like
that
bridge that
story
gap.
would, but the only way that story would connect is if that happened to them.
Right. That's why I don't try to talk about it. But like
Yeah.
you say, people have to know you. So
Yeah, but
that's
I mean, we
me,
all have
like,
10,000 stories, right? We
right.
only tell the stories that would be relatable to them.
So can I just say like, I have 2 special needs children and not say they passed away? Like, you know, like it's just such a weird, like I can't just pretend that, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So I'm not
you-
sure where I'm going.
But okay, so like you said that your perfect customer is somebody that works all the time and is missing out on things. Is that because that happened to you?
Well, what my feeling is that I try to say like that they're missing out on things and making memories with their children, and I want them to like I want someone that wants to be more back to parenting. It used to be where like your parents were home and you had the
Right,
dinners at the
but that's what
table.
you want, but what do they want? See, that's the thing. You're
I mean,
talking
I
about
don't know.
but there's the missing gap.
Well, because a lot of my videos say like, are you tired of working long hours, missing out time with your children, not getting to be at those games? Like that's a lot of my content. I do say a lot of that stuff. Or like not having and
But
not
is
having
that,
those.
is that what your perfect customer, is that what they're missing?
I mean, I'm not sure. That's my guess, my problem.
Mhm.
Like, how do I know that? That's my problem. I thought I knew who my perfect customer was, and that's who I'm gearing towards is like
But why did you
that
pick that as your
person.
perfect customer?
Well, because I'm a mom, obviously, and I worked a lot, even though I didn't work full time. I did work and I missed out on a lot some things with my kids, and I couldn't afford some things with my kids because
Okay,
special needs kids.
that's the gap. That's how you bridge it right there. That's how you bridge it. That's the story you bridge it with, one that they can relate to. They can't relate to the other story. They did, I mean, that's, you know, unless you're going after other parents that have, you know, lost children, but they can't relate.
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't want to go.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't.
so
I could do like the special
story
needs.
that you
That's
talk
faster.
about is
Go ahead.
that is the reason why you love doing this is because you guys, I missed out on moments. I wasn't at, you know, blank, blank, blank. And then I know how I feel about not being there. And
Okay.
in today's world, you don't have to make a choice. There doesn't need to be a choice in today's world because you can have a fully automated digital business that works for you 24/7. So we live in a world today where we no longer got to trade time for dollars. And that's what I love, because if I would have had this X amount of years ago, I would have never missed those moments and I wouldn't be living with the mom guilt today. So if you're listening to me right now and you're like, yes, I would love more time with my family. Yes, I would love to figure out how to literally get my time back. Put ready in the comments and let me get you the blueprint details. So did you hear how I shared your story, connect them, ask them if they would want to, let them know, like in today's world, we don't have to settle. We don't have to miss events. That's the connection you got to make. It's stories like that.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I wrote stuff down and I didn't, oh, here we are. I just have a different question. I have a customer that she's always on my lives and she's always she asked me yesterday if she came in, like she only had the $100, right? She came at the $100 level. Would she have longer than 30 days to upgrade? And I was like, I could ask that question. I have no idea. So like, is that something that would be
Well,
an
I
option
announced
for
at the
her?
beginning of this that they have all month to upgrade. So if she's been in for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, she has until the end of August to upgrade. So.
She hasn't even purchased yet. She's like, can I have longer than 30 days to upgrade? I said, I
Okay,
know it's 30
so if
days. I
somebody's
don't
not
know.
purchased yet and they say that to me, I'm like, why are you setting yourself up for failure right now? Like
Okay.
you literally haven't even launched your business yet and all you're worried about is having more than 30 days. Don't buy because you're not
Right.
ready, because you're telling
Okay.
yourself right now you're not going to have a success. I
Okay,
want you
good.
to have come in with the mindset like, okay, I'm going to get started on the launch pad. I'm going to go through the launch to profit strategies. I'm going to apply this. And my goal is by the end of the month to get 3 customers, 1, to get my business in profit mode, and 2, to be able to upgrade to the next product. That's
Okay,
a winning
good answer.
mindset, because if you're going to start your business with the scarcity mindset that you can't even get a customer, you're right. And then you're going to blame it on the program when you didn't come
Right.
in with the right mindset. I actually tell
Okay.
people that. And they love and
Okay.
respect it, by the way.
Okay, that's good. That's a good
Mhm.
answer. And I think my last question is, would you leave your link in there, or would you like, with a clickable link? Do you think it's okay to leave it in there?
Leave
Or
it
should I
in
not?
there.
In my, on the TikTok bio, it says, I could click my link. Do you think it's more people would ask how if I didn't have a link in there? That's
Oh,
my
no,
other
always
question.
have your link in there.
Okay. And I do have 2 people that are impersonating me. I'm not quite sure why, because I'm not very TikTok famous. But I have 2 people that impersonate me. I'm DMing people, but I can't, they block me, so I can't find them. So I just kind of mentioned that, but that's like, should I
Yeah.
just say that or not? Just leave
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let people know, let people know you don't do WhatsApp, you don't do Telegram, you don't do trading. Crypto's
Yeah.
the other one, and Bitcoin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just,
All right.
just to protect them. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. I
well, that's
appreciate
a
that.
compliment though, that you guys.
I know. I
you
said, I
already
don't know why
got
I'm so
cloned.
important in TikTok.
Oh, so.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thanks.
Mhm. All right, I'm going to do one more and then I got to go because my voice. All right, Gregory.
Yes, thank you. Hey,
Yes, how are
Michelle.
you?
I'm doing awesome. Listen, I just want to say first, thanks for everything that you're doing. You're leading the way. Thank you. I'll make my question quick. I heard briefly something that you'll hear my grandson in the background, but that's okay.
I love it.
Um,
Yeah.
TikTok followers, I'm finding that I have a lot of legacy builders following me,
Mhm.
liking, and leaving great program, comments. And I've had one person so far that asked for my link. So
Awesome.
I've been consistent for like the last 7 days, 3 videos a day. But I'm getting reports from TikTok that they're not watching my videos all the way through, and it just looks like I'm attracting the people that are already in the program.
Okay.
So am I supposed to like tweak my followers, or just so I can have more reach to people that are outside of the program?
Okay, so how long have you been creating content? You said 7 days?
Consistently 7 days, yes.
Okay, yeah, you're still too new. But first of all, I gotta say something, you guys. If you land on somebody's video, and don't comment on it unless you watch the whole thing, please. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't comment on it unless you're watching the whole entire video, right? Because if you comment and you leave, you're creating that pattern for the algorithm. So make sure if you do take the time to comment on a video, watch the whole video, right? So now the other part of that, Gregory, don't let the people in the community do that, because it's just going to build your credibility
Yes,
with your
do
potential
let them do that.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
love my community to engage in the comments, right? Because it just builds your credibility. It reinforces what you have. If you're out there on your own trying to build a business and nobody's engaging in your stuff, I'm talking later on, and there's
Sure.
no other comments, nobody's going to believe it, right? The fact that
Right.
you have other people in the community, oh, this is a good program, I like it, or keep up the good work. It's just reinforcing what you have here. And it's
Okay.
also going to help the algorithms find more people that are into making an income online.
Okay. I think my challenge is I've been looking at my stats, and it looks like the length of time is like 8 to 10 seconds average.
That's normal.
So,
Mhm.
so it just, okay. All right. That's cool. Well, if that's no problem, I'm just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
keep hammering my content.
Yep, that's normal. It's because what happens is what TikTok does is they'll push your video out a little bit to the For You page. So you're going to get a bunch of random people. And
Okay,
then
good
if you
deal.
then the longer you've been doing videos, the more people that engage, they'll push it out a little bit more, which
That's
creates
awesome.
more people dropping off early because they're not really a perfect customer. It's just the algorithm's really testing the waters. So that's normal. Mhm.
Okay, good. And then lastly, thank you for inviting Tim on. If you're here, Tim Hess, thanks for making me cry, because that's my story.
Oh,
Thank you.
Mr. Story.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
Tim's
much.
got a good story. So
He
awesome. Well,
does.
we're
Thank you
glad
so
you're here.
much.
Yeah,
Yep.
awesome.
Thanks.
Well, thanks
Bye.
everybody. You guys, I do got to go because I have to do a webinar in 2.5 hours, and that's going to be another few hours long. So thanks you guys. And tonight is a webinar. If you have guests, you can use, we have 1,400 people registered for the webinar, right? And it only fits 1,000. So I will be hosting it also on my YouTube account, so you guys can get on YouTube, right? Unless you're inviting guests. If you have guests coming, then you can get on the webinar with your guests, okay? So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you inside the community. Bye, guys.